my life fades, the vision dims. All that remains are memories. I remember a time of chaos, but most of all, I remember the road warrior.
I think I really love that. That was kind of amazing.
The Road Warrior.
Is that original Road Warrior?
The original was Mad Max, and the sequel was called The Road Warrior in the United States, but it was Mad Max 2.
Indeed. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday, May 13th, 2025. I am kind of sort of pleased to announce our co-host person of Tuesday, which is G Canada. Not sure if any of you are aware of him, but he, people were asking for him in the chat, and here we are. We responded. So there you go.
Nice. I got my biggest cheerleader here, Xavier. Thank you so much, buddy.
Oh, dude, you guys in the chat don't realize, but we were yucking it up before we came on.
It was
absolutely like we were basically just comparing penis sizes in centimeters.
Well, you got me beat because I'm only in millimeters, so I mean, there's a big difference.
There you go. There you go. Okay, so just so you guys are aware, there was like just a snurch, just a snurch of tension,
Animosity. Not on my part, though.
Oh, you're very
Hang on,
innocent.
guys. I'm reading Garfield right now.
You're very innocent in all of this, G Canada. So you need to know that G Canada is a very polarizing figure for some reason on these here interwebs. Both here and apparently on the Deepening and also on RadioGunk. And so, yes, look at Sue. Sue is very thrilled that you're here. I listened to G for 16 hours doing the Alec Baldwin trial. Huge applause. Jesus Christ, what is
16 hours?
How is that even possible?
The fucking the trial that didn't last 16 hours.
No shit. It's just insane. Look at this. Benjamin saying tonight Gunk is represented by Canada, Mexico.
Yes, keep going.
Italy and Africa.
That guy makes me laugh in comments every single night. Benjamin makes me laugh at least once every single night. Without
Benjamin is the best. Benjamin has just such a witty, snarky sensibility about him, which is why I was more than happy to support his GoFundMe that he had the other week. And Benjamin, let us know how everything is going over there, because I just don't know how'd that work out. Let's see. It takes Arm like an hour to go through 2 minutes of clips. That man is in love with it. I don't know what's going on with the Deepening, but you know what? As usual with everything, I wish them well. I just wish them well. And I am, all about people doing their podcast in any way, shape, or form they want to. God knows, we've been doing this since the beginning. So I consider us the OG of anything stupid or Howard Stern related. And here we are. We live to tell the tale, and here we are in 2025.
Isn't this year the 10th anniversary of the first podcast?
I think it is.
Pretty close. You and Grace.
It is. Yes.
Yeah. Is Grace going to be a special guest?
You know
what? I wish I knew where she was. I really actually don't.
She's got.
Hey, let's see if we can name 10 people that have on this show. Let's go. Monique, Grace, John, Emperor's New Caps, Benjamin, Fillmore, Dennis, obviously. Who else? Is that it? Am I missing someone?
Well, what did he call himself on here?
Ronnie. Was Ronnie ever like? No,
Ronnie was
not
never.
really. Not really. Okay.
You know who used to come on a lot? What's his face? Who mostly joking? Used to come on a lot,
really?
early on. Mm-hmm. Yes, he used to.
So that's 8. That's 8, and me would be 9. The token.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I can say for pretty much everyone out there, Grace's voice is like nails on a chalkboard.
Absolutely.
It's hideous.
It's sphincter puckering. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? Just imagine, if you will, her literally sitting right next to me right here. So that voice would be like in my ears on a constant basis. And you wondered why we drank excessively. She would bring over like 2 bottles of wine every single time we did a podcast.
Oh, dude, I remember the laptop you sent me, and because it wasn't working, and I like took it apart. It was literally like the whole underneath the keyboard was just wine caked inside, like a dried and formed like a gel-like substance.
It died of alcohol poisoning.
No,
I see.
well, here's the thing: I fixed it, and I could have just been a weasel and say, it's done, and I fixed it and I sent it back.
Oh, that's right. I remember that.
Yeah.
I forgot.
What's funny is, and I think enough time has passed, is Monique. I think I was literally one of the first people invited to host this show, and I said, "There's no fucking way you get me to do a fucking Howard Stern podcast," and here we are.
You rejected me.
Here we are.
Rejected me from the onset.
She approached me like, "Hey, you want to like?" Oh, fuck that.
No. Grace now does a podcast about how much she hates Murray the K. Yeah, I don't know what happened to her, and I swear to God, some of you know this. She lived 2 blocks from me, like on 8th Avenue, literally 2 blocks from me. And after we broke up, I never, ever saw her again. Now, it could very well be that she saw me walking down the block and, would die.
And like your therapist ran away.
Yes, exactly.
But you live in New York. I mean, isn't it literally almost impossible to run into someone unless they're literally like the apartment next to you?
No, you know what it is? Your 5-block radius in Manhattan is your neighborhood. That's where everything is.
Well, Monique ran into Henry Kissinger all the time in the park.
He was my friend. Henry was my friend, and really, I appreciated him, even though he was a warm.
Isn't it ironic that he was your friend? He was your friend, but diplomacy wasn't his.
This is true, but he never really talked about that stuff. I mean, I've told you guys about how when I was on my honeymoon in Bali, he sent me. He came over to me and he handed me this little piece of paper and had a phone number on it, and I was like, "Who is this?" And he's like, "This." It was George Tenet, who was the head of the CIA. He said, "This is his direct phone number. This is his direct phone number." I can't believe I never told the story.
Mo, he, in case you have a problem, call George. He'll help you out.
Can you imagine if shit went down? International incident because of fucking Monique.
Well, he said to me, if anything goes down, because there's a lot of terrorists in Bali, you need to call this phone number and we will get you out. That was it. End of story. I was like, George Tenet? He's like, he's my friend. This is his number. This is direct number.
We're all drinking buddies.
Yeah, exactly.
When did you go to Bali?
Oh my gosh. This was it was right after there was a really crazy ass terrorist fucking bombing. And the country was still kind of getting their shit together. And so yeah, on that trip I went to Taiwan, Bali, Hong Kong, and Manila.
For work or for pleasure?
Both.
Manila.
Manila.
So the deal was that my company would pay for my first class travel if at the tail end of the trip I went and checked on production in Manila.
Did you bring back any of those envelopes?
No.
You can see Monique like strapping using the duct tape like fucking that one fucking movie. And she's under her chest, under her fucking ribs, and taping it on.
Yes, that's exactly me.
She's trying to leave grease.
Sue wants G Canada to put his camera on, just so you know. He didn't even put it on for us before we started the show.
No.
So I have no visual of G Canada whatsoever.
I figure if you don't even know what Xavier looks like after 10 years, then you can wait a little while to figure out what I look like.
You know what? Shockingly, because it's been 10 years, I actually do know what Xavier looks like. Obviously, I mean, you know.
I thought you said you'd never seen him before. Maybe that was John.
I've never met him.
Oh, okay.
Never met him.
But I've seen him. I've met John. God knows.
What I do is I scan those pictures that come with the frame, and I just send them to Mo. It's always me and a golden retriever for some fucking reason.
So he's not a 6'2" blonde guy.
Yeah.
I grew up with a head figure in Bob, and when she was an adult, she was best friends with one of the most evil men to ever live. Yes, this is exciting.
Yeah, nothing like a war crime. Nothing like being buddies with a war crimes guy.
I liked him. I thought he was great.
I used to go to his office. They knew who I was. He would take me out to lunch at the Four Seasons, which was right around the corner from his office. Yeah, he was my buddy.
Can you tell everybody how Sirhan taught you how to make euros?
Monique, do you still have your hijab? What hijab? What are you talking about? Where are we right now?
I have no idea. You didn't go to any countries you needed a hijab.
I've never been to a country where I've needed a hijab. I mean, you obviously, you know, I was in Egypt and Jordan. I didn't need one there.
Yeah.
But you wore one because it was so fucking hot outside that it was.
Well, yeah. I mean, you have to throw the sheet over your body. I mean, it's like you're out, you're underneath those lights that keep the French fries warm. I mean, I'll give you
a really fun, interesting factoid. This is a girl that I know who, you know, I used to go to Berlin a lot for shopping, and this chick that I knew. She was in charge of, I guess what her job was is that she used to see Broadway plays or shows that were off Broadway or on Broadway. And her job was to negotiate deals to bring them to Europe. And that was like what she did. And Saudi Arabia also was very interested in having people come there and do Broadway shows and stuff like that. So she used to go to Saudi Arabia all the time. And the way they live, this is like such a key thing. And I don't think a lot of people even really know this, but you know, you didn't have to be covered like on the airplane or anything like that. You only had to be covered as soon as you hit the tarmac. Like you had to cover up full burqa, just your eyes. But most of those like princes and very, very wealthy people, right? They have these huge mansions. Yeah. And but that's not even where they live. So what happens is that you go into these mansions and you have to take an elevator down like 4 or 5 floors underground because that's where they live. They live underground. They live under there because God forbid something happens, they're all safe.
Do they have one of those maximum capacity for flying carpets?
Yes, but that's how they live. And she didn't even know. She's like, "Where are we going?" And they're like,
I can't understand why it'd be like that. I mean, they treat the common people so well.
I know. Why would you think that they would? Yeah, exactly.
But that's Saudi Arabia, bro. I've been to Muslim countries, and most Muslim countries are just like being in the States, bro.
I know, but the thing
not
is,
really.
Yeah,
not
for men.
No,
for men, yeah.
For men, yes, really.
Yeah.
You know, when I was in Jordan, I wore like shorts and a tank top, kind of like what I'm wearing right now. I wore shorts and a tank top for like this nighttime.
Was it Jordan next door to fucking Saudi Arabia?
And
no.
I asked the tour, I was like, "Am I dressed okay?"
Am
Like,
I on drugs?
And
I
they
mean,
did
it's
you bring back
close.
any of the almonds? I love those almonds. Come on.
I mean, women can't drive in Saudi Arabia still. I remember watching an interview.
Problem so far.
I watched an interview with a lady who was the first female medical student in Saudi Arabia. It was like, you know, maybe it was a couple years ago, but still. I mean, you know, if you're a guy there, yeah, sure, it's great, but it's not good for being a woman.
I know an international motto that used to be there.
Nice. That's the only modeling she did. International schlong model.
How many dinar? Oh,
You know, I keep forgetting that I have a whole bunch of her modeling pictures from when she was in Germany that I did a really deep dive into. I looked at all these
I think this needs to be a special show.
I think so too.
I think it needs to be a special show.
I thought all those were scrubbed off the internet.
they are.
No, we got a
but
bunch
we
of them.
got them.
And G Canada, Jordan is away from Saudi Arabia as Toronto is to Detroit. So there you go.
It's not on the other side of the border. It's another country in between.
It actually it is, bro.
Is it?
Yeah, I was right.
Wait, where?
Look it up. Look it up.
Sorry, I just makes those great almonds. I love those almonds.
Use one of those metric system globes that you have. And
I just naturally disbelieve any American when they tell me something geography related because you guys can't even find Canada on a map in North America.
You were wrong. So there you go. Let's move on.
We are.
So you say.
Yeah, let me show you.
You know what? They have these things called fucking Google Maps. Feel free to look it up.
Oh, believe me, I'm doing that right now.
Rick the electrician. Remember, bro, Mo has ties to the German underground and Henry Kissinger. Nothing is off limits.
He's dead now. It doesn't matter. I have no ties at all.
You're just he.
All right.
German
crap. So it is. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Detroit's just fucking Toronto, bro.
I was just giving you one. How would you know the difference between Detroit and Toronto? Have you been to Detroit before?
Okay, because I have there's these magical things called airplanes.
Yeah.
A bunch of them.
But have you been in the
world?
Have you been in
Canada? How many countries have you? No, how many continents have you taken shots in, or been drunk in, or had a beverage in?
I don't know, like 4.
4? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You're probably more well traveled.
You got me beat. I've only done 7 continents.
Oh, there you go. You're the man.
All right, penises.
And wait, how big is your dick?
Oh my God!
Just
slam them on the desk and be done with it.
Yes.
No more sword fighting. Let's.
Have you been to Toronto though? Have you been to Toronto, Xavier? I'm just wondering.
Actually, I have been to Toronto.
Oh, nice. What did you think?
Have I?
I haven't.
It's no different than any other fucking metropolitan fucking place in North America.
Let me see where I've been there.
You know where it is?
Right north of New York.
It's by Detroit.
It's right by Niagara. Right?
It's a smaller, well, I say smaller, but it's like the 3rd largest city in North America. It's the same age as New York City, really, right? I mean, you got a lot of big, tall buildings downtown. It's the same age. It's full of condos and everything now, so it's not really much different than New York City. But I mean, there's 8 million people living around it.
Imagine if New York City had no taste.
Do you live in Toronto proper?
No.
Oh.
Suburbs.
Oh, okay. Did you ever hear of a store? I have a friend down here. Let me see what the name of his store is. Oh,
big deal. Want to impress me? How many planets you been to?
Nice.
Did you ever hear of a store called Europe Bound? It was like an REI.
No, I mean, I don't even go shopping. I mean, we've had this discussion before. Yeah. I mean, shopping. The only shopping men should do is for cars, as Dennis would know, or booze, or drugs, or food. That's about it.
Legitimate question. Do you not leave the house because your head flaps like Terrence and Phillips, and it's hard to get out the door?
Oh, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Okay, but hey, let's move on.
Hey, buddy.
But you sure you go and shop for your own underwear? Do you, Xavier? You don't have a woman to do that sort of thing for you? Come on.
You do. You know what? I buy all my shit, include my own house.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. All right.
Okay, but hey,
we're gonna start the show now.
Yes.
And
I'm gonna eat my stereotypical tacos. You talk amongst yourselves.
Okay.
Is that a placenta taco?
I can't win in this scenario because if you make me laugh, he's going to be upset with me. And then if he makes me laugh, I'm going to be upset with myself for taking sides in this whole thing.
I would only be upset if you didn't laugh, period.
Yeah. Okay. All right, good.
I'm okay with you laughing at me.
Cool, G. So let's start our show. It was a horrible show. As Dennis
shocker.
But particularly bad. I don't even know how to really articulate how bad today's show was.
It was basically a an exercise in how to slaughter time, like it was described in the Passover narrative. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it was
I mean,
just
that's how bad it was. I mean, literally, it was everything was like at least a half hour of time killing. The first hour is the most incredible piece of time killing ever done on any type of podcast.
And usually, quite honestly, the first hour is when I tend to pick up the most clips because that's when he's kind of just, I don't know, riffing and doing whatever stupid shit that he does, and some maybe truth bombs come out. But it's actually getting more and more difficult to mine things that either A, we haven't, repeated ad nauseum, or anything that's new or different than things that we've said before. Sorry, I muted myself. So yeah, so that's where we're at now. And so the first hour today was definitely dedicated to the Knicks, but not necessarily. It was
No, it
dedicated
wasn't.
to who sits in the audience.
It was remember I'm famous hour. That's all this was. Remember, I'm famous.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah,
Well,
it's in his
Yeah.
It's a delusion that he's under, that people, I mean, you saw what we did yesterday. You saw some of this. Kissinger would be impressed with Stern's war on comedy. Yes, that's true. You guys saw yesterday about like how many listeners and how many followers a lot of these really, really popular and gigantic podcasts have. So I think he's starting to finally feel his mortality. And that's why he constantly is like, I'm a pretty famous guy. I'm pretty popular. I'm pretty this, I'm pretty that.
Oh my God, we're bringing it.
I mean, if you have to rant about being famous, you're probably not famous.
Well,
exactly.
He is famous. I mean,
no, he's well known. He's not famous.
He's Howard Stern.
Okay, you're looking at it through Gen X's eyes. There are a couple of generations behind us that have no fucking idea who he is.
And they don't know who Fonzie is either, and that's okay. I'm okay with that.
But Fonzie's in it ranting like a lunatic about fucking being famous.
Yeah. That's what he did today.
If the Mets go to the Eastern Conference Finals, do you think Howard will try and get a courtside seat?
No, he doesn't. Who, the Knicks? Or the Knicks?
Yeah, the Knicks. Yeah, the Knicks, like they're going to the Eastern Finals, right? I mean, they're up 3-1 right now.
Today, a caller asked him that, and he's like, "Yeah, there's no fucking way." And I think that he realizes that, look, those seats, if you had to buy them, are like $35,000, but they're pretty much corporate seats, and the people that have had them for forever, and so it's like this whole weird thing that goes on where they just kind of dictate who it is they think that should have them.
Well, interesting is if you look at the section where he sits, it's the exact same people except for Beth and Howard are gone. You got Ben Stiller, you got Tracy Morgan, you got Spike Lee. You have the usual people that are always courtside. The only people that aren't there is Howard. And I think like literally the other day, like Justin Bieber was sitting in that seat. So
I have some pictures. So let's start the show and let's get to that.
Do it.
Yeah. Come on. Everybody. Mother. Yeah. Ah, man. I was watching the Knicks last night, right up until halftime. I had to go to bed. I'm very dedicated to my job. I know if I don't get a lot of sleep, or some amount of sleep, I'll be a mess for the show. So I went to bed at halftime, and I was also feeling like I don't do well watching basketball games. I'm like nervous the whole time, and I'm like, I think I'm jinxing them. They always lose when I watch. I never see them win. And I got crazy, and I was like, "Oh, they're going to lose again. They're going to lose again." It's like I'm on the fucking team or something, and which is ridiculous.
But
So
that's what a sports fan is supposed to be like.
Oh,
you're supposed to be totally invested in what this team does. Like it means something to you.
I know. I get caught up, and I know it's stupid. It's like when you go, "Oh, when I die, I'm going to heaven." You know you're being an idiot,
But it's also crazy when people are out in the street going, "We're winners," because those guys.
Yeah, but you mean when you climb a telephone pole and then like fall off and break your neck?
By the way, Robin's an idiot lately.
I think
we could literally do a show on just that clip.
Cancer
I mean,
does
there's so
brain.
go ahead.
Lately,
No, it's gotten worse ever since she's gotten that they're doing whatever the hell they're doing to her. She has gotten really bad. I mean, seriously, like she didn't know the Pope's name.
She's
You know what,
half
dude?
dead.
Honestly, not saying that the medical community is wasting their time, but it's essentially like putting a cherry muffler on a Nissan Sentra at this point, man. What's the fucking point? Howard, first of all, he's never heard of TVs in bedrooms. I mean, he acts like he
has one in his bedroom.
Yeah.
But he acts. You listen to him. He acts like he's at MSG. He has to get home to his fucking.
He could literally open up his iPad and go to sleep watching it. I mean,
but even then, just turn on your fucking TV while you're in bed.
No,
he is such a fucking VO, bro.
He's very dedicated to some sort of monastic, strict way of living his life, and I don't know whose purpose it serves other than his own.
Well, it actually reinforces his own mental sickness about this whole. I need to have X amount of sleep. All this. It's almost like a victim complex.
But he always
really
he's always taking naps. We know he always takes naps. I mean, it's just so.
What time did that game end?
What 72-year-old doesn't take naps? I mean, come on.
Yeah, but he acts. But his whole like, oh, but I gotta get to bed, dude. Fucking, you can watch it while you're in bed. He's, you know what? And like someone's just said, I think that he's a bandwagon. He's not even a bandwagger. He wants to be there to be seen. He's pissed off that he's not there. He's not with the in crowd. You know,
Howard doesn't care at all about sports. He never has. Never given a shit about the Knicks or the Rangers or whatever New York team, the Giants or the Jets. He doesn't care at all. It was all about, you're right, being in the front row, having everybody recognize him, having people look at his wife and having him be on TV. And you know, the announcer of the basketball game going, and there's Howard Stern and his lovely wife. I mean, that's what gives Howard the hard on, nothing else.
Yes.
You know, his fantasy is for there to be a lady boy sitting next to him, and all of a sudden they put the kiss cam on him.
Yes.
No, that's not his fantasy at all. Howard's fantasy has always been being the pretty 15-year-old girl who's absolutely beautiful and a virgin with a lineup of buff young 17-year-old studs ready to bend him over the nearest table for hours on end. That's his
the Knicks. So
that too.
Jeremy Harrelson actually pointed out it ended at 10 o'clock last night, or like 10:15. So you're telling me this veal couldn't stay up to 10:30 and get 8 hours of sleep?
No.
8 hours.
No.
7 to 8 hours of sleep.
No, he could not. You know, I realized that this show does really, really well when I have my iPad here and I'm monitoring everything that's going on the YouTube. A lot of times, guys, just so you know, there's like certain keywords that you guys use, and that's why all of a sudden you don't show up on here. So you guys talk amongst yourselves just for like 3 minutes. I'm going to run and get my iPad because I want to have it with me while we're talking about the show. I mean, we've got a lot going on the show. Trust me.
You say you have over 20 clips.
22.
That's 22. A lot going on. Okay.
1 second.
Bring out the Gimp. I think the Gimp's sleeping. Well, I guess you just have to go wake him up now, won't you?
Wow.
I love the taps one. That truly set the mode for the evening.
See, we all know Xavier loves me. It's all just for fun.
So
concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a fucking up-tempo record every time I do a goddamn death dedication.
See, I wasn't gone that long.
Oh my God.
No, it was fine. I was trying to banter, and there was no banter to be had.
Howard, you're a sucker.
So who's doing that? I guess it's Xavier.
What?
Hitting those clips?
Yeah. He found a bunch of assets to put in there.
Oh, okay.
Assets.
That's what you call it. You call them assets.
Assets.
Jeremy Harrelson, 999. Can you name one single masculine quality about Howard?
Nope.
Yeah, Artie used to work for him.
No, he has facial hair. Yep, there it is. Yeah, it's like that. What he tries to call a beard, but it's still facial hair. So,
well, no, but he did used to try and surround himself with masculine men so that he could be like the regular man, right? Yeah,
but chicks.
He wanted to be like the regular man. So if he had Artie and Jackie, guys that could crack jokes and make fun of people, and then the trucker rumbling down the road thinks that Howard's just like one of them. If he's going to hang out with these guys, he's one of us.
Yeah, but he's really not. That's like, of course, he's half Italian, or that he banged chicks. I mean,
he was half Christian.
Or is it right?
Oh, he's a fruity ass, total fruity ass.
He's
absolutely.
Okay, let me see. How am I hooked up here? All right, I'm ready.
How's your whole family?
All right, Robin. Robin's such an asshole. So Robin, so he's talking about again. He went on and on and on and on about the stars that were at the Knicks game. I'll show you a couple of those just so that you're aware of what was going on at the Knicks game. Okay, show of hands. Who knows who that is?
I don't, but I don't know who any of these people are. I mean, the only way I learn about these people is if you tell me. And then usually I forget about it 15 minutes later anyway.
Somebody that's not been in my kitchen.
This is true. So that would be Bad Bunny.
That's Bad Bunny?
Yes,
that's Bad Bunny. What the fuck's a Bad Bunny?
It's a band.
I have no idea.
Puerto Rican rapper.
He's banged every chick on the East Coast. So that's what
I'm impressed.
And he was dating Kendall Jenner for
one of the Jenners.
And so he was there. But look who's next to him: Susie Essman from Curb Your Enthusiasm. Which
I thought that was a miniature Howard.
Yeah, I know, it's a bizarre combination going on right there. Yeah.
That does look like a small Howard.
I know.
Yeah. Is that Timothy Chalamet?
There's Susie Essman.
Oh my God! And I have a bone to pick with you about Timothy Chalamet.
Chalamet, yes, yes.
Because all women love him. They think he's gorgeous, whatever. He played Henry V, right? I went back and watched that movie. Henry V was like this giant, guys were like 5'3" on average back then. Henry V was like 6'5", massive, strong, muscular guy. One of the best warriors in history. And they get this little fruity Timothy Chalamet playing him, who's like 5'7" and 150 pounds.
Yes,
it was ridiculous.
Like Tom Cruise playing Jack Reacher. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Yes. Jack Reacher was supposed to be like 6'4", muscular, man's man, and they get fucking.
Well, that's why they fixed it on Amazon, and they have Richmond doing it.
Yeah.
That is an awesome show. I love that show.
I love it.
I can't wait for season 4.
It's slightly.
Oh, that guy's huge. Yeah.
It's slightly what?
Formulaic this season.
I understand that, but you know what? I just want some formulaic shit right now.
Okay.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
You got it. So here we go. So here's Timothy Chalamet.
I'm upset that I knew that. I was actually depressed that I knew that.
Same with Kylie Jenner, who can give a rat's ass about the New York Knicks because why would she?
Why would she?
Baring her titties with her friend who looks exactly like her because every single looks exactly the same. 2 children.
Well, they're all hot though.
You never see her with her kids.
Sometimes.
Who cares about your kids when you're rich? That's what you got money for, to pay somebody else to raise them. Just ask Howard.
Yes, exactly.
Sure. So when they turn into Willow Smith, and, blowing 30-year-olds when they're in junior high. Yeah.
Just so we're all aware, because this always makes me laugh. Hold on a second. Just so we're all aware, this is the father of her children.
He went to Harvard, right? Or did he go to Yale?
He looks like that dopey white guy. There's a white guy who's an actor who looks exactly like that. I wish I knew his name, but if you put the picture up like next to him, They look
How
exactly the same.
looking with this fucking guy. Seriously.
You know what? I for one am happy that Mushmouth from Fat Albert did something with his career.
All right. She banged him twice and had
No,
children.
at least twice.
At least
I don't think he has a 100% record there. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he looks slightly autistic. I think
slightly.
Oh my God, there's people.
He's riding in the back of the short bus.
There's a difference between autistic and just plain retarded. I think that guy's just retarded. I don't think he's autistic.
People are just insane about him. He is really goofy ass looking fucking guy. Man.
Goofy ass looking.
He is just a goofy ass looking motherfucker. Look at him. And yes, he banged
several times.
this one.
He banged her. Are you kidding me?
That's the father of her
That's the
children.
father of 2 children.
Oh wow. That's just
yeah,
sad.
but let's keep in mind that what you're looking in that picture, that is not the original face.
Oh yeah, there was
he
there's
probably
a
was
lot of
banging
work
her
done
before. You know, it's like saying you went to the World Trade Center, but you only there when they were up to the 5th floor. You know, when they were building that fucker. Yeah.
I mean, how much plastic surgery do you think they've all had on their faces? A lot.
So much.
Quite
really? Like, so they've all been built like
Yeah.
that's not really them. Eyes,
100%.
noses.
100%.
An old Corvette that's had a frame off has had less work.
No,
Okay?
you know what they are? You know what, Dennis? They're kit cars. They're like
Yeah,
a fucking.
exactly.
They're like a fucking Testarossa on top of a fucking Miata frame.
Mr. Potato Head.
Here, I'll give you the.
Oh, you have the timeline.
I got the timeline.
Ooh.
Right, that's Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, but she was
Normal.
what, 12 there?
Probably like 16, 15.
16.
Okay, let's go through the evolution.
Yeah,
Here we
okay.
go.
She's just kind of average.
She's still normal with her small little
She's just
lips.
average. Yeah, it's not
She's
so
average
bad.
girl.
Average. Yeah, average.
Mhm. Then she got the lips done.
All right.
Okay. Yes.
A little more work. Oh my God.
Some Botox,
Holy Jesus.
lips and
That's
nose.
not even the same person.
Lips and nose. Lips and nose. Lips and nose and cheeks. And
Cheeks.
she's got her ass done too.
And his
They
boobs.
followed the Kim template on her,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes,
I
they
mean,
all- exactly.
Kim is legitimately a beautiful woman, like she always has been. But they made this one look exactly like Kim. Oh, come on. I mean, come on. I have eyes. She's gorgeous. And they made this one look exactly like Kim, except she's taller, I guess,
Now, in
right?
what world would you think that this chick is 26 years old? Like, seriously.
She looks like she's about 36.
She's seen some things, this one.
You think?
That too.
Yeah, I have no interest in the Jenner crew of people. I'm going to continue on. I don't know how I digressed into Travis Scott, but here we are. Okay, hang on a second. So yeah, so he's talking about all the people. Oh, so Robin. Fucking Robin. Here we go.
I tell you, if he's getting the free seat like I do,
He's talking
like, do you
about
think, because
Tracy
when you get the
Morgan.
free seat, you have to call up and you go, hey, I'd like to come to the game, which is, I even feel funny doing that. You know what I mean? I feel funny even saying I'd like to come because I feel funny taking anything for free. I do. I feel funny about it.
Oh, what a maroon.
But listen to Robin. Listen to Robin. Hang on.
Always feel weird about it. And so, but okay, I know
never
it's,
called. They always called me.
yeah. You know what? A lot of times
Funny, I've never seen Robin in the first row of the Knicks game ever.
that happened. Like
Yeah.
the guy.
Well,
from
I'll
the
tell you why.
I don't call.
She goes to the skybox where the buffet is.
Buffet. She goes to the buffet.
She has the buffet, and they
Yeah.
have friendlies at the end.
Are there any pictures of Robin?
No, there are no pictures. She's up there in the box eating like a hog.
Just look for the Hormel chili fountain. That's where you'll find her.
No, much like the house, like how she's never been to Howard's house. Howard just never invites her to the games. He doesn't invite her anywhere. She really thinks that she's like this major part of his personal private life. But unless they're doing a huge thing where everybody for the show gets invited, she might get invited to one thing every couple years with Howard on top of that. But she's not part of the in crowd. She's not hanging out with, remember when he said when he came back from COVID, he's like, oh, I went out with, what did he call it now? a nice little showbiz crowd or nice little showbiz crew.
Oh, that dinner where he's
yeah. I almost puked in my mouth when he said that. Like, I can't even believe he said that, but he never invited Robin to that. You know, he had Seinfeld there and whoever else, but he never called up Robin and said, "Hey, come on to this thing, Robin."
Here is Robin at a Knicks Cavaliers game. Oh, I did see Robin at SeaWorld in the 90s, but she was performing. Okay, Robin was at the Knicks game in 2004. Okay.
2004.
That was pretty much yesterday. I mean, they were there yesterday together, 2004.
You know what? I never had to call. They call me. Fuck off. Can I play that? And she's such a.
Do you realize her tickets can drink now?
Yeah. Let me play that again. It's just so ridiculous. Hang on.
Everything then on the
sorry.
If I owned the, I tell you, if he's getting the free seat like I do, he like, do you think, because when you get the free seat, you have to call up and you go, hey, you know, I'd like to come to the game, which is, I even feel funny doing that. You know what I mean? I feel funny even saying I'd like to come to, because I feel funny taking anything for free. I do. I feel funny about it. Always feel weird about it. And so, but okay. I know
never called. They always called me.
Yeah. You know what?
You would think she went 50 fucking times in the last like 3 years. The way she
always called. They never called me. Like, oh my God, what a bunch of assholes. And I can't even believe Howard sitting there rubbing everybody's nose in it that he gets these tickets for free and he's got $750 million.
Exactly.
But I also explained why he used to get those tickets free. He used to give to Garden of Dreams by giving money from listeners who bought their way into the studio for 50 grand, and then he'd give it to Madison Square Garden, then he'd get the free seat.
Total quid pro quo. Total.
You know,
Wig pro quo.
She was at the Knicks game because Charles Oakley needed an alibi. That's the only reason they invited her. That's how long ago it was.
So they got Spike Lee. Here we got celebrities. Oh, that's Kendall. Sorry. Oh, Cardi B with her boyfriend.
What
is he, a magician?
Dude, it's like so. You can have a really good game of duck, duck, douche in that fucking background.
I could not tell you a single Cardi B song. I couldn't even name one.
I swear,
I'm not even joking.
That guy looks like a wizard. What the fuck's going on there?
He does look like a wizard.
He's a fucking wizard.
It's Merlin. Black Merlin.
It's Merlin. He's changed.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Shall we? Okay. So I don't even know why this clip exists. I don't even know what led into this clip, but you know, Howard doesn't I don't know. Let me just play
everything. If I owned a Ferrari, I would never think to like park.
Oh, right. So they were talking about how Tracy Morgan constantly is out and about in his Lamborghini, and he's always like hanging out like in the city, driving around. He's just that guy. He's always around.
He is that douche.
He's that douche.
That Walmart money.
Yeah, we're his dead friend.
Yeah. His friend who died made less money.
Yeah. No, his family made. Yeah, his friend.
He'll be living in that McLaren in 5 years.
Oh my God. Yeah, Tracy Morgan. Oh wait, hold on.
There's cancel culture everywhere.
Sorry. I don't know. This TikTok thing is crazy.
It's crazy. That's a Ferrari. Jesus Christ, really?
That's right by Madison Square Garden too. Yeah. So
sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, it's hard to tell a difference, Dennis, between the McLaren and the Corvette now.
Wait,
when you look at them from the side.
Jesus Christ, he's driving a Bugatti.
Yeah, Bugatti.
Exactly.
That's a flex. Jesus Christ.
$3 million.
Did Walmart settle out of court with him, or did they make?
Yeah, he got a
man?
huge settlement.
Jesus fucking Christ!
From Walmart. It was like $200 million or something insane.
Look at him. Such a
douche. You know, you can't do this without him and a walker. when he was still milking that shit, dude.
Yeah, no kidding.
Remember that shit? Remember he was fucking
Not
with that
Howard,
big old
so
walker?
proud of himself that he, that he got
Oh,
all
absolutely.
those. Here he is again.
Tracy Morgan dropped a jaw-dropping 100 pounds, and he spends millions, but not on himself. With a net worth of $70 million, Tracy Morgan rarely spends money on himself. He doesn't indulge in luxury goods or designer brands. And shopping. His wardrobe consists of comfortable, everyday clothes with items costing less than a dinner at a restaurant.
Are you fucking kidding me?
This is
hand
He's gonna win. He's gonna win the Latrell Sprewell Award for being broke. 5 minutes after.
That hasn't happened yet. And he arguably spends more money on fish tanks. He had like a 10,000 fish tank with sharks in it built into his backyard once.
That stuff's crazy
rather.
expensive. Crazy
This is what he
expensive.
does. This is what he does. This is Tracy. So anyway, let's continue
God
with
damn.
the conversation.
I guess he's hoping that someone from Amazon will hit him next. Man.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
Get in front of the garden. And I mean, it's just like I have a guitar I love. I have this Gibson guitar that Donovan gave me. It's my favorite guitar. There's no better guitar on it than on the. It just plays beautifully, And it's inevitable every day because I play it so much. Every day I ding it. Every fucking day because you move
Every
it.
time you move it.
Yeah. And I value it so much. I apologize to it. I go, guitar, please.
He apologizes to him.
He needs to apologize to that guitar for playing it.
I'm like, oh God, because I don't want anything to happen to it. If I had a Ferrari, I wouldn't be parking it in front of the. But man, Tracy's got balls.
Yeah, they were talking about how basically he pulled up in his Ferrari yesterday to go to the Knicks game and just literally left it in front of Madison Square Garden and told the cops to watch it for him. I mean, who the fuck are you? Who are you?
And here Howard's complaining about, if I had this, I wouldn't leave it there. And he's got at least 10 times the amount of money that Tracy Morgan does. And he's worried about scratching his guitars and getting a scratch on his car. Like, what a jackass. How can he, he's just a complete asshole. I think this is just all about him rubbing all our noses and how much money he has.
Yeah, but he's so tone deaf about it too. It's kind of insane.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the podcast thing yesterday. He's so unself-aware, completely not self-aware.
Completely unself-aware. So then he started getting into this mode of just basically bashing everybody who was at the Knicks game. It was just kind of weird. So he's bashing Tina Fey's husband.
No, I mean, I'm sure the guy's very talented. That's something like.
So what he finds out is that Tina Fey's husband is a composer, and but a lot of the composing that he's done has been on things that Tina Fey has done. So of course he's the husband who gets to, work on any of her projects because I'm sure that's, a codicil to the contract that he needs to be part of it and he needs to do the music for it. But that's not good enough for Howard.
I don't want to. Please, this is not directed at Tina's husband. I love Tina Fey and I think she's genius. But I know a lot of musicians and. A lot of them, let's say, haven't. How do I word this?
How do you word this delicately? Yeah.
How do I and not end up like JD and fading out mid-set? No, a lot of musicians.
It's not so fun, is it?
No, it's not. A lot of musicians who don't have like hit songs and stuff. They all come up to me and go, you know what? You know any?
They all come up to me. All these musicians.
Yeah, where?
Here's what they ask him. But wait, listen to what they all come up to him and ask him.
Anybody I'm dying to write scores for television shows. Because it's not that, I think I could possibly write a score for a television show right now. I could. I think I could. I think I'm good enough. And I suck,
all
by the
that
way.
comes to my head is like da 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 da.
Hawaii 5-0.
I might have one of those in me.
Everybody comes up to him and asks him if he knows anybody that they can write scores.
The guy who never leaves his house is saying that people come up to him.
So Howard.
That's so not right.
So Howard. Oh. That's that may be a little off. But here's the funny thing, Mo. So Howard being once again tone deaf, is that just like trying to get your wife famous by starting a charity for it?
Sure.
I mean, and trying to get it into magazines because it's a motto
it
that
needs
no one's heard of.
Because you're not giving her children, which
give it on
she
TV.
really, really wanted. So give her some fucking.
Go to Best IMDb. Half of her credits are AGT self audience.
Yes.
That's right.
So yeah, this is a little. At least this guy actually has something resembling talent. Beefus resembles no talent. It does nothing except it posted 4 times for Mother's Day, but never acknowledged that its stepdaughters are mothers. It did 3 cats and a bunny.
Yes.
G Canada, you couldn't express this on the show. You actually had to put it on YouTube.
I didn't want to upset Xavier anymore.
You guys are having a kumbaya moment. I like this. Howard has been in the limo since before he was 30. He's 71 now. Doesn't drive anywhere. Says G Canada, who is not on the show right now. But he had to post it. I find that incredibly amusing. All right, let's move on. So he bashes Tina Fey's husband, and then he has the balls to bash Anna Wintour, which was shocking to me.
And they show Anna Wintour going through the seating list of, where all the different celebrities will go. They show her going through that list.
You see her? I'd throw her right out of there if I didn't know who she was.
Well, that's the thing. This is this woman who decides who's best dressed and who's beautiful and all this, and she's not any of those things.
I would.
So she in the everybody has to go to her.
Wow, Robin.
Robin's not going to be with us much longer, so the Met Gala is not in the future.
Robin, who wears comfortable orthopedic sandals to go along with her QVC fucking tops from Isaac Mizrahi that she buys in a 3-pack in 3 colors not known to humankind because they're gross and bright and horrific. Sure, go ahead and bash Anna Wintour, who has been the doyenne of fashion since before I was even fucking born. And she has every right to pick and choose the people that she wants to look fabulous at her fucking party. So you can go fuck yourself with your.
And so no matter how much money Howard gives to charity, Beth is never going to that Met Gala ever.
I don't believe for a second that there's any way you could buy into there. There's over 1,000 billionaires in the USA, and I guarantee you every one of their wives wants to go to this thing, and it would mean nothing for any one of them to dish out 50 or 100 grand a person to send their wife to it, and they cannot get into this thing. I don't think Howard has a chance of getting in, nor taking Beth in, not in a billion years.
That's right. None. And by the way, Beth would really, she's such a horrible dresser. There's no part of me that believes that she would be able to do anything that's like fashion forward. Although, because everybody who knows anything who goes to the Met has, designers falling over themselves to design for them because, once you're known as being that person who dresses somebody, it's famous. But there's
they
lots
could break
of
Ralphie cakes out of the grave to come back and dress Beth for the night.
Go to that though, who don't get to have the big to do on the red carpet. They're just invited. They're the husband of somebody or the wife of somebody, and they're fucking nobodies. Let's continue bashing. Here we go. Nick Lachey.
Some of the slugs who Howard Stern left early. You see, I wouldn't get front row seats.
Bizarrely, he was picking on Van Gundy and this broadcaster who's not even with them anymore.
To anybody that leaves early. I mean, Nick Lachey's here. He's still across the way in the front row. He's
Nick
still
Lachey.
here. Up 27. Yeah. There's still more basketball to be played.
Nick Lachey is still there. No offense to Nick. Nobody knows who the fuck he is. He can leave.
Are you serious?
Really?
He doesn't have
No.
serious?
Yeah. I mean, as far as I know, I don't know what he, I know the guy, nice guy, all that shit. But fuck, it's a little different for me, okay?
Wow, he's bitter, motherfucker.
All right, so
this was today?
No, this was this morning. He was talking.
This was today. This isn't 25 years ago.
No, this is
He's
today.
completely irrelevant. Nobody
Yes,
knows who Howard is
All right.
anymore.
So here's the funny part,
Except
though.
us.
He was talking about how he had to go to work or whatever. He went to the games on Thursday night. He didn't go Monday night or Monday or Tuesday. He went Thursday night. He didn't have to work the next day. There was no show the next day.
That's
Him
right.
leaving at halftime or before the game ends is embarrassing. You had nowhere to be. You had no reason to get up the next fucking morning. And to bash Jeff Van Gundy for basically calling it out at you as being a rude motherfucker that just left is ridiculous. Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you let your head shine like Van Gundy's, you
It's
bastard?
so funny because I've gone to so many things at Madison Square Garden, and I've had fairly I mean, obviously not front row or anything like that, but so many popular, really, really well-known fucking people will go through the same way that you go to their seats, to hang out at the bar, to do everything. So many fucking New Yorkers do that, but not Howard. Howard's got to get that special treatment, go into that little base, underground fucking railroad that goes up into the seats.
And that's the other part. He has a special entrance and egress from MSG.
Yes.
He could stay to the end and not be in any crowd or any traffic.
Literally, the president does that. Everybody else can just kind of come and go. I mean, it's kind of insane to me that he's this way. So Van Gundy, right? Okay, so we're talking about Van Gundy. So let's take a look. And this is what Robin says.
By the way, he's jealous of you for so many reasons. Count the ways you're tall, you have hair.
Yeah, he's tall and he's big, ugly. He looks like a witch. And by the way, like 30 points, and Howard Stern is still a dumb bitch. Yeah.
And this is how this
is he really going after someone's looks?
Yep.
Wow.
The thing is, that's how Howard's real head looks like.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's exactly
pretty
what
much
his
what it
head
looks
would look like. Yep.
Yeah.
Man, if you were sitting like in the second row and Howard was in the front row, wouldn't you be just tempted to
I'd pull
plug
that wig
thing right
off
his head?
Oh,
right?
God.
Just right off his head.
I wouldn't even think twice.
There is nothing I would want more than to pull that fucking thing off his head.
Maybe that's why he's afraid to go out. He figures somebody in behind him's finally just going to expose him and grab that thing. But nobody knows who he is. Nobody cares.
Who cares? That's why the Knicks don't know who he is. They don't give a fuck. They don't know who he is. They're all in their 20s. They don't know him. They don't know him. He's so jealous of Tracy Morgan and Spike Lee and all these other people that everybody will come up to or give a song and a dance for Taylor Swift. They're never doing that for him. They don't care about him enough.
Well, let's be fair. Most of those players don't know who Spike Lee is. They barely know who Tracy Morgan is.
Know him as being
he's a Knicks guy.
Yeah. He's a fixture at the games.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah.
I think I saw a Spike Lee movie though a little while ago, and I think it was okay actually.
Really?
He did something, yeah. And I was really surprised too to see his name at the end. It was either a movie or a miniseries, but I mean, a lot of movies are going to miniseries, I think, now because there's so much money in TV, like between Amazon and Netflix and everything. I think they're just stretching out movies.
I don't know anything that he's done, to be honest with you, in the longest time. I mean,
no.
right? I mean, since the 90s.
Literally, like Jungle Fever is, I think, the last movie I remember him doing.
He has a movie coming out now, which is weird.
Really?
He's supposedly in Cannes because Robin keeps fucking repeating that he's going to Cannes.
Oh, is he?
Yes, Spike Lee.
Let's see what's going on with Spike Lee. Hang on. Let's see. Do the Right Thing. Great movie. Malcolm X. Not so much. She's Got to Have It. Jungle Fever. Never saw. Let's see. He directed something called Italy in America, which is a short. Capital One, NCAA halftime at home director, a Nike thing. I mean, he's done nothing really. Let's see, upcoming.
I mean, arguably the hippest thing he did was the Michael Jordan Air Jordan commercials.
Yes, those were the.
It's got to be the shoes. Is it the shoes? That's
got to be the shoes.
That was peak Spike. All downhill since then.
All downhill. I mean, he's just a guy, and he's kind of, I guess, beloved in New York, but nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody.
All right, let's move on. So a guy calls in wondering why he's just so salty today, right? And of course, he has an excuse.
Hey.
Hi, Howard.
Hi.
Hey, buddy. Hey. I'm sorry, you're making me laugh. Hey, just wanted to call. Huge fan, man. I just wanted to do a little welfare check, though. Just wanted to make sure everything was okay at home last night because you kind of woke up a bit aggressive this morning here.
Oh, I'm
Going
so
after
aggressive.
Stiller, Tina Fey's husband.
No, I love Ben Stiller. I didn't hold it. I love Ben Stiller.
Come on, man.
I love Ben Stiller. Listen, I'm in a bad fucking mood. All right, dude. I got a situation going on in this fucking house that I don't want to even talk about. It's so fucking depressing. All right.
Which back office asshole is this guy?
If Van Gundy got a special pounding, it's only because my cat Walter is dying. Okay.
Oh no!
And my wife's hysterically
sorry,
crying. I'm fucking crying, and I want to fucking hang myself.
Oh no!
Which one's Walter?
He's the white cat with the mark on his face, the good boy.
Oh,
good boy.
Okay, but he's also 19 years old.
Allegedly. I kind of find that hard to believe that cat's 19.
Why?
They don't really know how old it really is, and or he is, and honestly, that's Walter, and with psycho eyes behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Those which camera is it looking at?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so this cat has mouth cancer, which, you know, I mean, I hate to
Is
say
it from
this.
eating pussy? Oh, dude, you gotta go to the top. You gotta see her latest.
Oh yeah,
picture.
put the newest one up. Get the newest one. It's disturbing.
Like one eye's looking at Geneva, the other one's looking at.
Keep going down. Keep going down. Keep going down. Down. Go. It's like a half. There it is, right there.
There.
Oof.
Look at those eyes, bro.
Oh. Jesus.
Wonk, wonk,
Clavicle time. Look at the clavicles. That's so sexy.
I mean, yeah. Honestly, it could see people coming at it from behind.
She's like, all she needs is that lizard that the chameleons have, and she's good to go.
Another interracial person that she gave a cat to.
Yeah, look at that, man. My God, I think they live in Harlem.
Jesus. Exactly right.
You know, there's this thing in psychology about sociopaths and how they pretend to love animals all the time because, you know, it makes them seem more human to normal people, right? It's just about manipulation and making people believe that you're something that you're not.
Of course. And she loves the excuse that she had lots of animals in her house and they fostered. They just had a dog. That's all they had. They had a fucking dog, like everybody
I had
else.
animals. Don't tell me I didn't have animals. I had
They're
animals.
props.
I'm talking more Howard than Beef. I mean, Howard,
they're both psychopaths.
Well,
Howard just has-
sociopaths, it's a little different of a thing, but
Well, I mean, so they're both sociopaths. They are both sociopaths.
He has more sympathy and sadness for his cats than he does for his children. And
I'll give you that.
No,
Sure.
you know what? No. That's a classic narcissist trait. He values her as a like a trophy almost. At least initially he did. She's there to make him look better. Like, you know, so it has nothing to do with empathy. Sociopaths is as a learned behavior, you know, and so he has learned to manipulate his environment. Like when he pretended to be a heavy metal guy, but when it came down to it, he knows nothing about music. You know, everything he does is about how he can make himself better, look better because of that, whatever he's collecting. You know, the drawings, the painting, the guitar playing, all this shit.
All right, I'm going to move on a little bit if that's okay with you guys.
We can move on.
So he started to tell a story. Well, they were talking about how before Howard leaves the Knicks game, and they're on this for like an hour. So
it was an hour and 15 minutes, but who's counting?
Take a pee, but he's really pee shy, so he has to go to like the special bathroom that's just a one-of bathroom. And then JD starts talking about how he also sometimes when he's going to a restaurant will go look at the restaurant before they go there to make sure that the bathrooms are like one-person bathrooms and not multiple bathrooms, because he can't go to the bathroom in front of other people. And then Howard starts talking about how he's gone into bathrooms where people like shit all over the floors and the toilet. It's not like Howard actually goes to
At
any.
Nobu? So people do this at Nobu? That's insane.
Yeah, he doesn't. This doesn't.
I know.
happen.
I'm obsessed with washing my hands when I go to a restaurant. Like before we eat, I always have to go into the bathroom and wash my hands. And no matter what, every single time there's somebody taking a shit in the bathroom at a restaurant. Like I don't know who does that. I could never take a shit at a restaurant.
Really?
Yeah. Well, no way, man.
Why not? You gotta go. You gotta go, bro.
It would have
no
to be
way,
an
man.
emergency for me.
You gotta go.
I
You
could
gotta
never
go.
do that. But every time I go in to wash my hands, somebody's taking a shit. Guaranteed. Drives me fucking nuts.
Is there anything worse than somebody having taken a shit before you go into the bathroom? So immediately the next person who goes into the
come
bathroom,
on, you don't like a warm
was the
seat?
one who did the shit, and so the bathroom smells already.
Unless you're at Buc-ee's, then it's perfectly clean. It's the greatest place ever.
What do you mean?
Wait, Buc-ee's, the truck stops?
Buc-ee's
The truck
Buc-ee's
stop?
has the cleanest bathrooms I've ever seen in my
Just
entire
learned
life.
about Buc-ee's from you people not too long ago, and I'm
You
excited.
people.
Okay, Dennis.
Who you calling
Gun to
you
head.
people?
Dennis, gun to head. Loves or Buc-ee's?
Oh, Buc-ee's. Not even a contest. Buc-ee's.
Yeah, but Loves have those showers and shit. You know.
Yeah, but Buc-ee's,
trucker
they actually
showers.
wipe. They actually go and clean each toilet individually.
You did really?
like constantly clean each toilet.
I've been to a
watch them
bunch of
do it.
Loves. I've never been. I've been to one Buc-ee's.
I'm really looking forward to
How
doing.
would you like to have that job?
I would never. I would.
They pay like $25 an hour to clean
Right,
it.
but the thing is, a lot of those places, when you're driving across country, that's the only job that we had within a 40-mile radius.
Yeah,
So,
you got a
like you're
point
lucky
there.
if you get to clean the shit.
The one in I went to one in Texas and where the hell was I? Oh Christ, I don't remember. But oh my God, I nature. I was like, oh my God, I gotta go to the bathroom and drive across country. And I'm like,
you were probably
"Oh,
were you near the Dallas Fort Worth area? Because that's
yeah, I was south of there. It was
okay. Yeah, there you go.
That was at that. I went to that Buc-ee's. I actually did a
Yeah.
video on that Buc-ee's.
Yeah.
So there's a guy who does a show called Cooking with Babish, whom I love, and he tested every single food available behind the counter at Buc-ee's. Yeah. And you know what? And he said it's fucking delicious.
The brisket is phenomenal. It
Yeah.
is literally barbecue house level brisket.
I'm
Is it
looking
really?
Yes,
forward
it's that good.
on my drive north. I saw that there's a Buc-ee's somewhere outside of like North or South Carolina or something, right off of 95. And I'm absolutely going to make a point of going to Buc-ee's.
Get
Maybe
those
I'll do
beaver
a live-
nuggets.
I'll
Get
do a
the
live
beaver
video.
nuggets.
I think it'll be fun. All right, so they're talking about
And
shitting.
jerky. Get the
And
jerky.
who calls in when they're talking about shitting? That's right, Jill.
Yeah, it blows, but I'm just thinking about you. But I hate to keep calling about shit stories, but I heard you talking about bathrooms earlier, and I work at a restaurant, and I'm telling you, I'm like, do you people like treat your house like this? Like they don't give a fuck, dude. This guy the other day, he shit in the urinal in the men's room. Like, how do you even?
It's unbelievable. It's like you see this and you go, how does this happen? Like what the fuck? Is the bathroom a private bathroom or is it like there's multiple toilets and stuff?
Yeah, I couldn't get into this
All
because
right, so it's obviously really rough at the Waffle House. That's exactly where I think she works. I think she works at the Waffle House.
I think
that sounds like Waffle House stuff.
When I went to her Facebook that one time and we decided we weren't going to reveal her, I saw that she does work at like some Jersey fucking restaurant of some sort. But she said she only makes like $2.78 an
That's
hour.
just a waitress. You get tips.
It's a waitress. That's
You
what
get
they
tips.
do.
You hope you
That's-
make $15 an hour in tips.
Yeah,
$20
but you
an hour in
hope
tips.
you get money in tips. Like that's just ridiculous to pay somebody $3 an hour to come to work. Come on, man.
I would sooner
It's
I'd sooner
ridiculous.
go to Europe and like everything is covered and I don't have to think about fucking tipping. And by the way, tipping culture is so out of goddamn control.
Absolutely. Everybody wants a friggin' tip. They have their hands out.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
mother
but you
uses
know what?
a water heater and the bill comes to me and it's like tips would be appreciated. It's like fuck you. I just
Yeah,
spent like $1,500. I'm not tipping you. Fuck you.
1,500 for what? Sorry.
She her toilet was all fucked up and she needed a new water heater.
But you know what,
plumber?
Guys,
A plumber wanted a tip. Fuck you.
but also it depends where you work. I mean,
This is
in
on
Vegas, if you work in Vegas, you easily make six figures parking cars or if you're working at the right restaurant.
Please, I was at the Sphere. I got a fucking T-shirt, and they wanted a tip for giving me a fucking T-shirt.
No, dude, the dudes that park cars at the good casinos, dude, those guys are like lifers, man.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they make six figures. They literally make six figures. And like if you're at the right steakhouse in Vegas, you also make six figures.
I'm sure.
As does Bambi down at Mons Venus. She makes
I
six
know.
figures.
I know a guy who's a lifer at a casino around here for parking cars, just because that's how much money he makes in tips. And I mean, here he's probably making whatever, $16, $17 an hour to start, and then he's grabbing a couple $100 a night in tips. Yeah, cash.
They don't even claim it all. I mean, so that's I guess
He's
that's
claiming it all. He's grabbing $1,000 a week on 40 hours, and he's probably claiming nothing.
So
another. So tough titties for this broad who's calling in. Yeah, you know what? It sucks that you're fucking working at the fucking Howard Johnson fucking Continental's breakfast buffet.
But meanwhile, she goes to like a million concerts. She's always saying like she's getting tickets for this, that, and the other thing. So
And she takes mushies all the time.
Mushies. I guarantee you she doesn't have a single dollar saved. Not a single one.
No, you don't think that she's financially responsible?
I do not think she's.
I can't believe that. She seems like she's a young James Madden. No, oh my God, I can't think of the name all of a sudden.
Help me.
She's gonna run Actually, she's in line to run Berkshire Hathaway.
I'm moving away from Joe now, and he gets this phone call from dude. The guy was on way too long. I have absolutely.
Oh, you mean the other co-host they got today?
No idea what the fuck he was talking about.
I do.
Apparently, he has a cheating wife. No, come on. This call made no sense. The call made
it was literally. This was time killing 101.
Absolutely.
Have a premise that absolutely has no solution. Has no premise.
That's right.
But the guy can keep talking about something that sounds almost titillating, but it's really not factual or real.
No, none of it made sense. So I played a little bit of it. I started recording it, and then I'm like, the hell am I recording? Like, I don't even know what's going on. Like, I really had no idea what was going on.
It was literally a super cuck call. That's what it sounded like, a super cuck call.
Well, just listen to this call. I mean, it was just ridiculous.
God, so bad.
I was calling to get your opinion about my wife cheating a few different times. And over the past 20 years that we've been together, one happened right after we got together, found out about it. Confronted her. She lied about it for
How is this even a call?
17 years. Said it was oral one time, and throughout the 17 years, it kind of grew. Then last May, actually, she finally said she had sex. It was 3 times. By then, I already kind of knew what it was.
I'm literally cleaning out my spice cabinet at this point, and I'm recording.
Wait, I'm going to quote the great Marlon Brando. You can act like a man. I can't. I literally, I was like, why is this content? Why is this killing time? Please.
He's calling a show where the DJ's wife admittedly cheated on every single person.
I put that in a listening thread that Beth has cheated on every single boyfriend.
Yeah, exactly. Except for Howard. Wink, wink.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to play the rest of it because it doesn't matter.
Please don't. Please.
It went on and on and on, and then of course Howard replies with this.
Now, I remember I always take these kind of problems before I was famous. And a lot of women cheated on me, Robin. I know it's hard to believe, but I wasn't letting go of them. I knew who I was and what I looked like.
Once was a mistake, right? You could go get by once.
Wrong. 5 times was a mistake. I'd excuse the first 5.
All right. Question. He started dating Allison when he was 19 years old. So who are all these women that obviously don't exist were cheating on him?
Why do you guys listen to this every day? How do
know.
the two of you do it? It's like torture, man.
Why
I
do you
have to
think I
tune
drink?
out when I'm watching the show sometimes because I can't fucking take the just the clips. It drives me nuts.
Why do you think I drink? I mean,
You don't drink
seriously.
enough to put up with this shit.
I drink enough, just enough.
It really is.
One more day. One more day.
Turgid. It's
I mean, I'd rather go watch Van Helsing 3 days a week than actually listen to the show again.
For a dude who admittedly never left the house in high school or after he got married, he sure has been fucking busy.
Yes, he
The only
has.
thing I can think of. The only thing I can
Mad
think
Tear?
of
It
is
doesn't
a Mad
exist.
Tear, and when
Doesn't exist.
the pretty redhead probably cheated on him.
Angie Everhart?
Yes.
Oh, come on. Angie Everhart's probably passed around like a friggin' like a blunt. Come
She
on.
she was banging Joe Pesci. Come on.
I mean, come on. She has no standards. Please.
Give me a break.
Please.
Yeah. Okay.
Xavier
So-
Oxford will go get her.
Okay. This was really shocking to me because well, first off, people are idiots. But Hyundai, you know, the way Gary's been doing all these
Yes,
Hyundai.
yes.
Hyundai actually got a victory lap.
Hyundai.
Hyundai got a victory lap this time, which I don't think I've ever heard a call like this because the idiocracy was like supreme. Here we go.
Go ahead, Jake.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey, I just wanted to thank you and Gary Flunky for the amazing advice on a Hyundai. My son just turned 16 years old.
Listen.
Wow. And to be honest with you, I didn't even know Hyundai was still making cars.
Okay.
And the more I heard you and Gary talk about it, the more I looked into it. And I went out and got my son a Hyundai for his 16th birthday, and he
There
loved
you go.
What model?
By the way, the kid will be safe. I like that. I don't mind saying that.
Great
That was my
What model? What model did you get in this commercial that you're doing? Please let me know in this commercial. What commercial Hyundai is this for? Please, just let me
Yes,
know.
Exactly.
Holy shit. I mean, the product placement is now becoming psychotic in this show.
Could we?
What else is it? I mean, come on. What else is new?
Could we just reflect upon? I didn't know
Hyundai made cars.
Made cars.
They're like the fourth or fifth biggest car manufacturer in the world when you include Hyundai and Kia, right? Like, are you kidding me?
Are you
They're
kidding?
literally the top ramen of fucking cars, for fuck's sake.
I mean, seriously, they are everywhere. I can't go out without seeing a Hyundai. Literally, I can't go anywhere and not see one.
I am blown away by that fucking call.
I was absolutely stunned by the balls on them to make this commercial. No, I mean, seriously, I got it for my no model mentioned. Bought it for a 16-year-old. I'm like, okay, Hyundais aren't that cheap anymore. I mean, sure, dude, whatever.
Did you buy a new one?
No
Which
idea.
one?
This fucking he went out and bought one.
Because the intellectually incurious morons that really have no.
No.
idea what they're talking about. What model did you buy? Which one did you buy? Did you buy the
Doesn't
electric
matter. It's a
one?
commercial for Hyundai.
It's a commercial for Hyundai.
It's
I
commercial
hear
for
you.
Hyundai.
I hear you, but how do you not ask? Wouldn't that be the next question? Oh, which one did you get?
But then the gig is up.
Amazing.
That's like it's like asking him what does Beth's vagina look like.
Okay.
He's got no fucking answer
That's
for
the
that.
same hard description. Yeah, you can't do it.
He's got nothing for that.
All right.
I mean, I you know, just quick little sidebar, non sequitur. I imagine her private parts look like Jimmy Durante's nose.
All right.
Chat.
All right. So Laundry Room asks, who buys a 16-year-old a brand new car? I have actually seen this on Bronco forums. I wish I was fucking kidding. I so aggravating. It's like, really? So you're gonna buy a 16-year-old a $50,000.
There are many, many wealthy.
I understand that, but that's just
50 is a base. Yeah,
you know,
base.
pretty much.
No
they're cheap.
part of
Yeah,
the
cheap.
story makes
Yeah, they buy
sense.
like a cheaper one. They aren't buying like a.
I've
not
seen
buying.
people buy their 16-year-olds brand new BMW X5s. I've seen them buy fucking convertibles for them. I've seen everything on a fucking. You go to a high school parking lot sometimes, like in Connecticut or in Long Island,
Unreal.
you'd be fucking blown away by what.
When I was 16, I got a $500 car, And my grandfather was so like ashamed for charging me $500 for it. He actually gave me 300 of it back, so it cost me $200. And then it cost me like
What kind of car was it?
$1,100. 79 Ford Fairmont.
Nice.
What a piece of junk! But you know what? I don't care. It got me around.
That shit must have been like pussy bear spray, bro.
Oh yeah, well, whatever, man. Hey, if you had a car when you're 16, you think anything's pussy bear spray? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Everything. It's just you got a car, man. 4-speed standard, 4-cylinder, slow as fuck. It was terrible, but I
You
loved
had
it.
wheels and you could go somewhere, and that's
Yeah,
all.
you damn right.
And nobody would give a shit if you smacked it up or drove it into a fucking pole. Nobody would care.
Oh, I did that too. You just drive away. Back then, you could still drive with a beer between your legs. It's not like you can do that now.
True. I didn't have a car until I was like 22 years old. I didn't even get my license until I was like 21, I think.
License? You waited for a license to drive?
I failed
She
my
actually waited for a license. Crazy.
Dude, we used to go to the Padre games, man. It was like 8 of us, like, and the oldest dude was like 15. We just get in a station wagon and just drive.
Yeah, boys used to let their cars all the time, but we didn't drive.
In my suburb, all my friends had, like cheap beater cars. Like almost all of us had cars by the time we were 17 or 18.
Yeah, I had the train. That's that's how you got around. That's how you went everywhere. And who wanted to park on the street? Nobody had garages, So it was you always had to play the game of being on the alternate side of the street parking. You had to move it from the left to the right. Wednesday was free, left, right. Wednesday free, Saturday, Sunday.
Why
free.
was it because of permits or is it like a sweeping?
No, the street cleaners.
Street cleaners. That's the biggest scam in the fucking world. LA, dude. Try parking LA, dude. Like on Beverly off of fucking La Cienega. It's like they have signs like you can park here like every alternative Tuesdays with like fucking like with this permit for this day and that for that. It's like,
and they will haul your car away if.
Oh, absolutely, they don't give a shit.
In Southern California, they put the boot on you.
Yes, I put the boot.
That's
you can get out of
put the boot.
So, all right, Jeremy Harris is asking the age-old question: what was the car that Ben bought Howard to go to beat you in? He bought him a Dodge Polara. He bought him a 71 Dodge Polara, which only was like a 70 or 71 Dodge Polara. It was a relatively new car.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
And that's what he had. He didn't have that Dodge Dart they used in the movie. It was a Polara. Full a big car. Yeah, no, that's an earlier one, like a 70 or 71.
Okay, let me go back.
It's a gangbanger right there, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, like that one down there in the Wikipedia.
Like
there
this?
you go. Yeah, something like that. That's what he bought him.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, it's actually it's a big car. It's a big trunk. I mean, it actually was a nice riding car on the highway.
3409.
Yeah.
So 3,400 in today.
All about the tentacles. La Cienega is like 80 million miles long, though, bro.
I had to actually work for. Oh, sorry.
No, go.
I was gonna say I actually had to work for my cars though. Like fuck, I worked like 25 hours a week during school and 80 hours a week all summer just so I could afford a piece of junk. Howard's getting one handed to him on a silver platter. You never did.
Oh,
anything
absolutely.
for that car. You know what I mean?
$27,000 car today.
Which isn't even really true. You can't use the inflation thing because inflation on cars is double what it is on everything else.
Okay, well, that's what I could do. That was the best I could do.
But the thing is, he talks about like Ben never did. Ben bought you a really nice car. A Polara was actually much better than my Charger. I mean, seriously, it was a big family car that had better everything in it. It was just a better car. It was a big, better car.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would have been a luxury mobile for me. I mean, like, a 79 Fairmont is just a piece of junk. My grandfather bought it for my uncle to go to university with. I mean, the whole family had used the shit out of it by the time I got it, right?
Rick, I disagree with you. The 73 Bronco is fucking tits, bro.
Yeah, the 73 Bronco is tits. That's a real Bronco.
Except for the CV joint that you would, you can just fucking fix them, no big deal. And also like the fucking Trans Ams and shit, man. The Corvettes. Fucking cool cars back then.
73 Super Duty Trans Am. Oh, that's a real truck.
See, I would love that truck.
That's a real truck.
I would drive that truck.
It's simple. You can get it wet. It'll just drive through shit. I mean, it's just
That's a
it's
good
just
look.
simple truck.
That's a good looking truck. It really is. All right, we're digressing too much.
We're
in the weeds.
digressing.
We got lots of stuff to get to. Not really, but okay. So then they did a game, and the game was singing or screwing.
And you know what's here's wait, I'm gonna do a spoiler on this. No one was screwing in this. All of it was people masturbating. So I don't understand their definition of screwing anymore.
Well, I think the game in itself was a little bit stupid and suspect.
Everything about it is stupid. It's
So,
just
G Canada, did you hear this part of the show?
Are you kidding me? I mean, we have. I'm not listening to this shit. Why do you think I watch you guys? Isn't the whole premise you listen so that I don't have to?
it is true. That is a true thing.
I'm on the show tonight, so I was. Oh no, I get what you're saying. I didn't do any homework. Sorry.
I think though we've only had one thankful person in the chat.
Well, the only reason
wink, wink, hint, hint.
Yeah, I'm only asking that because I was going to give you guys the quiz because there's 2 questions and you can let us know whether it is singing or screwing. Now, keeping in mind what Dennis just said, because he gave away a little bit of it, they're actually just masturbating.
But it doesn't matter. The sounds are the same.
The sound is whether or not this is a singing clip or a screwing clip. Okay.
I got to get more water. I'll be right back.
You do that. Okay. And then Xavier and G Canada are the only ones who get to play. Okay. So here's clip number 1, and you have to let me know. Hang on.
Can you tell me what this is, Robin?
Okay. Is it
what were
singing?
the options again? Singing or
sex? That's all.
I'm going with singing on that one.
Okay. Xavier? Xavier.
It almost sounds like Pink Floyd.
No. That was a typical broad trying to change the tire on a fucking on a typical car.
Is it singing or sex?
Sex.
Okay, here we go.
Is that singing or screwing? Let me go to Robin first, Jake, and then I'll go to you. It's a practice. Unless you
Since
want.
This is the, this is an odd contest, and there's got to be some similarity to sex. I'm going to say that's singing.
You think that's singing? Okay.
I agree.
Jake, it's a practice. Let's see if you're right. All right. I'll do the big reveal. This is in fact.
And you know what's funny? I actually knew what this was. So
that is singing. That is Axl Rose, the isolated vocal from Guns N' Roses song "Welcome to the Jungle."
okay.
There you go. I saw Guns N' Roses twice in their heyday, like 25.
I did too. I saw them once in their heyday, and I hated every moment of it. Okay, next one. So we only give 2. So next one, sex or singing, only for G Canada or Xavier. Here we go.
This is the setup. Listen carefully. Whoa. Singing or screwing?
Guys, singing or screwing?
I'm going singing again.
Okay, Xavier?
Screwing, just to say.
Just to be contrary?
Yeah.
Okay. And again, I feel like they were pulling shit out of their asses with this.
They were killing time. Another time killer.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Listen for screwing. Now, maybe that's Slash. I don't know. But who is that? And what is happening there? Singing
I'm
or
going to
screwing?
say.
Go ahead.
Sounds like Zeppelin.
Zeppelin? You think?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it
say
sounded
it's
like
singing.
You think
I
that's
agree.
singing? Let me play it again, just because I'd like to see him get the monkey. And the answer is
Now, first off, I call bullshit on this fucking clip because
that is singing. That is correct. That is jazz singer, I hope I say this name right, Rachel Farrell, performing her song I Can Explain, and here she goes.
Really? Really? Is this what the Stern Show's come down to?
This is what it's come down to.
Yeah.
And this is why I don't listen to Stern Shore show or new music. Can't do either.
How horrible is that?
I mean, literally, that would be one of those things you hear that and just walk the fuck right out.
Right the fuck out.
Just walk the fuck out.
Playing at any venue I'm at, I'm out the door. That's it.
But I did want to say, because we were talking about Sirius. Okay, I don't know how much you guys pay, and I've heard like some people say crazy stuff like $19.99, whatever. Mine in Canada, like, because I canceled it and they begged me to come back, whatever. What it costs, and this is with taxes and fees in every month, it's $6.73 Canadian, which is $4.83 US. So that's what I pay per month with Howard. Now, the truth is, I put the app on my phone and I've never been able to figure out how to use it. Like I put the ID number in. Yeah, that too.
Hey, when you try to cancel, did they call you a hoser?
Oh no, I don't. You know what I did? It's easier to just, because I knew that they were paying the ass to cancel. You just call your credit card company and shut off the payment to it. I mean, it's easier that way than trying to deal with them. I don't know why people bother doing it, but that's what it costs. $4.83 US for a month. But I can't use the app. And I'm not going to sit on the phone to try and figure out how, because I just don't care. But that's
Does it come with the app? Does it come with the streaming?
I'm supposed to get the app.
It all does now, because they realize that just trying to force people to just do one or the other doesn't work, and it doesn't work. Now, here's a funny thing, just a little aside. In the morning, because I have an errand to run by dropping off the intrepid assistant to get her to her school.
Yes.
On the way back, for the first 5 minutes of the show, I'm in my truck, and I don't pay for Sirius in the truck. I have the app on my phone. On Android Auto, when you go into the Sirius app, I can't see any of the stations available. Literally, the last update, I have to search to find. Like, I had to start typing it, like, or do a voice Howard Stern Show, so it comes up. Literally, no stations show up, no listings, no categories, nothing.
Wait,
so you don't have it in your car, Dennis? Like it just comes up on screen or whatever?
Yeah, it's the Android Auto, so it's the interface between your phone and the sync system, and everything else works great on there except the Sirius app, which is an absolute hunk of shit.
Well, in CarPlay, it works perfectly fine.
Oh, it's horrible with Android Auto. It's horrible.
Yes, this portion of RadioGunk is brought to you by Android Mobile.
Oh, man. After like a dozen years of having an iPhone, I switched to an Android like a year and a half ago. It was like the biggest mistake I ever made. I hate the thing with a passion. Every single day I want to like bounce it off the wall.
Same. I hate Android with a passion.
I love this phone. I love this phone.
Can you tell me 50% of the panel is computer literate?
Exactly.
I never claimed to be computer literate, man. I'll tell you that right now.
Did you get a My Little Pony purse with your fucking iPhone?
I agree with you, G Canada. I think it's the worst. Android sucks.
It's awesome. Android Auto is so much better than CarPlay.
And you know what?
It's fucking awesome, man.
I've still got an old iPhone 10 here that is so much better than my brand new Google, whatever the piece of
the
junk
Google
that this
phones
thing
suck.
is. It's absolute crap.
They're garbage.
So my uncle asked me, then he says, why don't you just put your chip back into your old phone? I said, because I want to torture myself.
Yeah,
until the contract's up on this thing, I'm going to torture myself so that I remember never to do this again. It was the biggest waste.
Absolutely. I am with you 1,000%.
I actually went back to Samsung, and I actually really like it. It's been a very good phone.
Samsung makes the best fucking phones on the
because they found the error in their ways. And now it works really well.
Sorry.
You know what's really funny is they're getting ready to come out with the Fold 7, which is supposed to be like a game changer. And what's funny is like all the Apple people, the second that Apple comes out with their phone next year, are gonna be saying, "Oh my God, we discovered phones that fold." It's always like Apple always comes up, they're like 3 years behind.
Because when they finally do it, it's so much better.
No,
not really. No,
the phone actually works properly. That's the difference.
Yes. Bro,
you know what it is?
You literally said you don't even know how to turn the phone on, and you're gonna, and all of a sudden, like you're fucking Steve Jobs, bro.
Everything on the Android, as I see it, is like everything has ads. All the apps are like
No,
ad driven. It's always
no.
updates.
And no matter what I say, there's always a commercial 5 minutes later. Like if I say, "Oh, like I'll be
What are
watching
you
Hyundai
talking
commercials
about?
all night now because
What
I said
are you
Hyundai."
talking about?
This thing records every single thing I say, man. I swear to you. I'll be watching Hyundai commercials for 2
realize
days
that's because
now.
you never get off of Facebook, right? That's probably the. If you download shit that has spyware on it, like are you conscious of the fact that a lot of these fucking companies have deals with like Meta and shit?
The
So-
only
You're right.
website that I use, Xavier, is yours. I don't use any other. That's the only one I ever go on.
No. Okay, there's a difference between a website and the browser you use. What browser are you using? Just out of curiosity.
Firefox.
Okay, well, you know what? You there are a lot of there's Brave. There's stuff out there that where you won't get any of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
The websites themselves don't have anything to do with your shit. Well, I think we do. And by the way, yes, we laugh at all your personal stuff.
Oh, good. I'm glad. And you know what? Hey, I'll tell you the truth. Your website was the first one I ever joined. I had never been on a website before where there was like postings and stuff like that.
You told me that.
Because during COVID, I was bored, like Monique was saying the other night, and I started looking around. I typed in, "Why does Howard Stern suck so bad now?" Because I couldn't listen to it, right? The shows were just unlistenable. And the first 20 things that came up were RadioGunk. You know, either the forums or the shows or whatever. I'm like, oh, well, maybe I'll listen. I didn't even have, I had to get like a YouTube account so that I could watch your shows and prove that I'm an adult. You know, even though it says my birthday's in 1922 or whatever, but still, you know, it's so stupid you have to do that. But yeah, I had to get an account just to watch your shows to prove I'm an adult.
Now I feel like we've brought you into the 21st century, kind of.
You did, sort of.
Sounds like the 20th.
Because he's kind of like, admittedly, not really, you know. Listen, the fact that you're actually on the show and understood how to do the StreamYard and your sound is good is a bonus to me.
It is a bonus.
When we did
just out of curiosity, dude, who was cooler in real life, Glenn Miller or Ray Nobel?
I don't even understand that.
Glenn Miller? What are you kidding me? Everybody had Glenn Miller when they were.
Ray Nobel had "Midnight That Starts in You," bro. That's a good fucking song.
I don't understand.
And what Glenn Miller had, what Moonlight Serenata? Who gives a fuck?
Serenade, not Serenata.
Oh, whatever.
Serenata. That part of the country, that's the Mexican. That's the Mexican accent there.
Oh,
Serenata.
bro, dude, she had to mansplain that fucking joke to you, and now you're fucking bragging about your
mansplain
shit.
that joke to me.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. So
we're near the end of the show now.
We are.
Get out of here.
Almost.
Let's moving on to a Counting Crows victory lap, shall we?
Why not? Sure, fuck it.
By yesterday's show, particularly excited by yesterday's show, particularly by our dear friend Adam Duritz and his band Counting Crows.
Yeah, they were.
By the way, did we laugh so fucking hard at what Adam Duritz?
I almost died. I swear I almost hurt myself.
Came on at the end of the show yesterday to chat, play us out, and the audience loved it. Listening to the Counting Crows, it's great to hear from those guys. Howard, I love that the Counting Crows absolutely busted your balls. Was that the impression? They busted my balls? I didn't.
No, I didn't think that at all. I think that's Adam. He's kind of a, he doesn't like to answer questions straight on. You know, he likes to have a little fun.
Really? And she knows all about him how?
I thought Adam was clowning him. I don't know. That's just me.
I think he was.
He was clowning him.
Rob is an expert on fucking Counting Crows and fucking Collective Soul. So,
yes.
Oh God.
So on Twitter,
Ambrosia's on next week.
Exactly.
On Twitter, and you know how much I adore Bring Back Jackie. So Bring Back Jackie was talking about how he could almost guarantee that Howard, who's having Sarah Silverman in tomorrow, who I don't care about in the slightest, that he probably hasn't watched her new show. Because the last time she was on, she asked him if he had read the book, and he said no. And she's like, what the fuck? Like, how is it that you have me in and you haven't even read the book? So apparently she has some new show. I don't even know what it is. Let's see.
I can tell you what it is. I did research on this.
Go.
It is literally a comedy routine. I'll put that in air quotes.
Okay.
About both her parents dying.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on.
And
It's that's what it is. It literally is a comedy special on Netflix about her parents dying.
that sounds interesting. Sarah Silverman gets personal about death in trailer for Netflix comedy special Post Mortem.
I mean, the name of the special is Post Mortem.
My dad, it's
Wow.
her stepmom. My dad and my stepmom Janice both died 9 days apart. And
Wow,
that's
this is a scream.
Wow. Okay, so that's what this is.
What did they send more?
So, this comes.
Don't worry, Jared. Just take that tube out of your mouth. We can't hear you.
All right, here we go.
And tomorrow Sarah Silverman will be here too. I want to make.
Yeah.
sure.
Have you watched her special?
I've not.
No.
I'm going to watch it tonight.
No.
Okay, I watched it, and I have a question. Like, it's all about how her father and mother, stepmother, died like 11 days apart.
9.
There you go.
It's a step parent. Who gives a shit?
How you handle that and yet make it funny? And she walks a really great line. It's really, and I said, this could help people who have lost their parents.
Sure.
How would Robin know that? Because Robin basically laughed when both her parents died.
Everything's the psychological examination. It's just ridiculous, right? Like everything.
Everything.
Oh, I can't wait for how bad this Inquisition is going to be tomorrow. This Inquisition is going to be 2 hours of sheer hell and father and mother hunger. That is literally what this is going to be.
It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. All right. I wanted to pull this up for the next thing. So hang on a second.
I mean, it's going to be probably one of the worst interviews, and it's going to go into a 2-week vacation, which I am very happy to hear.
Yeah, same. All right. So I don't know if you knew that he had a discussion yesterday about Lenny and the Squigtones.
Oh, yes, I did. I heard they're better than you too.
This is what they're telling me. But I'm waiting on Benjamin or Autobot Al to let us know about that. So let me give you a little bit of Lenny and the Squigtones because most of you were not really paying attention back in 1979, and Lenny and Squiggy were on the Laverne and Shirley show, which was on right after Happy Days, and we all watched that because millions and millions of people watched this on ABC.
Yes, it was fun entertainment.
Gavillo, Cavasso, Incorporated.
That's not a bad looking broad.
I have a line that I use in those days. Guys who wore their hair like that back in the 50s and 60s had so much grease in their hair they didn't need a comb, they needed a dipstick. Because people used to look like in those days. I looked just like you said. I hadn't changed. Where did you find this magazine? Is this a new magazine?
It just came out.
Now, the funny thing is they have a decent band. Michael McKean is amazing because I love him. He's brilliant in
Spinal Tap.
Ball and Spinal
Oh my
Tap.
God, how he didn't win anything is a crime.
But whatever happened to Squiggy?
He died. He died a couple years ago.
He died?
Yeah, he had multiple sclerosis forever or some shit like that.
Yeah, he wasn't
one
well.
of those diseases.
So-
Cerebral palsy or multiple sclerosis.
It's amazing when you hear the band and it's playing, and then all of a sudden Squiggy comes on.
Wow.
Ah, Jesus Christ.
Jesus wept. What is?
But what
Pass the crack pipe.
Wasn't Michael in Spinal Tap?
Yes, he
Right?
he
But
actually
he
can play. He actually can
started-
play.
He started on Laverne and Shirley. So yeah, like that. So the story was yesterday is that the first band that he got in when he's in Washington or something, maybe?
No, he was in Hartford where he stole all the other people's bits.
That's right, Hartford. And they called in from the airport is apparently what happened. And so here's a little bit of a victory lap for Lenny and the Oh, by the way, what I was going to show you guys was I asked the boys who do a lot of our Photoshop stuff to help out with some, well, there's actually some really fucking funny ones though too. So usually what they do is, depending on what the topic of conversation is, I ask them if they can do a Photoshop of Howard as whatever. So I just thought this would be fun to see. And this is some of the ones they did for the Met Gala. So yeah, so there's a bunch of like Howard dressed for. There's Howard.
Oh, Howard would dream. Oh my God, that is wow.
Amazing.
Would that be technically a Pelican Boy?
Yes. Not to be confused with Bill Belichick and.
How do they do that shit? Like
It's
how
a
do
face swap. It's a face swap app. Look at this.
The
Amazing.
intrepid assistant can do this too.
Yeah, I love a good face swap. But wait here, let me just show you some more.
Yeah. So.
Actually, I've seen some funny ones of you, Monique. So it's they're
I
his
love
everybody.
I love them all. I do. I love them all.
Oh my God! Look at the little chimpanzee next to her.
How amazing is that? Yeah, there's Howard. There's Howard.
God.
Wow.
Looks like Demelza.
Right? Look, there's Robin. There's Howard. There's Howard as Diana Ross. Okay, and then I asked them if they could do Lenny and Squiggy. So he did Beth and Howard, and then the whole band. And then Little Buddy, John Pine, Fred, Gary, Howard. How amazing. I just love this.
Pretty
so
talented people.
I just love it so much. So thank you.
Oh, hang on, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
The judge has agreed to resentence them. Breaking news.
What's happened?
The Melendez judge has agreed to resentence them.
Really?
That's breaking news.
The two guys that clipped their parents.
Dude, have you guys seen, like, you can find the parents' pictures online. Dude, shotgun to a human body is not a nice thing to do.
It's not a pleasant thing.
I want to see those pictures. I love pictures.
Especially if it's to the head. There's nothing left of it.
No, like I think the dad got it to the chest or what.
I understand that the father was abusive, but there's no reason to kill the mother as well. Sorry.
Well,
you don't get the money if the parents are still alive.
You know what? Oh, speaking of, let's tie it all back together. They're famously at the Knicks game in the front row, and they ended up appearing on some dude's rookie card or some shit like that.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Why
I didn't even know that.
Google Melendez Brothers Knicks front row. And that's because they went on a tear after they killed their parents.
Here we go. This is wild. You're right.
So Howard, how special are you if fucking these killers can get fucking front row?
Mark Jackson, guard, New York Knicks.
Oh my God, Mark
Jackson.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
Wow.
Wow.
See, Mr. Dangle's view that he's no homo.
Wow. That's amazing. I had no
Played with
idea.
Patrick Ewing.
That's amazing. Oh, well, good on them. Okay, whatever. I guess a little notoriety means that they can, I don't know, go free some point, whatever.
Anyway, yeah. If you're bored, look up Melendez family shotgun.
If I'm bored. Can you
bored.
just send that to me so that I don't have to look that up and it won't be in my. I think the Menendez brothers opened for Lenny and Squigtones.
Yes,
they did.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. All right, 4 more clips. Let's get to them.
You remember when Bowser was part of the Melendez family?
Oh my God, I'm going on.
Howard, we already have an American Pope. JD is the Howard Stern Show Pope. He can't get laid. Supports the crappy sports team. The new Pope is a White Sox fan. He wears the same clothes every day. Born in the Midwest, and I heard Pope Leo bought a cocktail machine. So there you go.
Horrible. Victory lap.
Wow. Seriously, who writes this shit?
70 employees.
No, I would like to know the actual person that writes these fucking corny fucking jokes.
70 employees.
It's literally like they gotta go to a fucking fortune cookie, just crack it open and read whatever comes out.
Bit I need to give you because we need to make fun of the twink of all twinks, and that would be Chris Wilding has come up with a
God.
and so he's supposedly a fashionista, and his name is Barry Bukkake.
Such a funny name.
Of course it is.
Right. So
What
you
a
know,
funny
Bukkake is
name.
basically when a whole bunch of guys blow their load onto a woman's face, but it's as horrible.
Guys.
It's as horrible as you would think it is. Here we go.
Let's hear this. Here is his report from the Met Gala. Real people at the
Horrible, by the way.
Met Gala.
And now it's time for Stern Show fashion correspondent Barry Bukkake.
Who are you wearing? So today I'm wearing Levi's.
Levi's?
Cute.
Barry Bukkake.
What message do you have for the people on the front line of the Ukraine?
Focus on being fabulous and stop fighting.
Focus on being fabulous and stop fighting. It's enough.
Wow, that's a lot of Bukkake.
Bukkake is floating all over the red carpet. If your outfit was a mass casualty event, which one would it be?
I might have to go with the Titanic. It was elegant. It was an elegant ship. You know, people died, but not that many, you know?
Bukkake. It's Japanese for fashion.
I'm here with Barry Bukkake, and his wife is real.
I'm here with Barry Bukkake and his wife.
Okay, please stop.
It's
Please.
hard. I know.
I heard it once. Please, dear God, I'm going to go get another drink.
The whole
Don't stop.
Bukkake thing, it was literally a joke in the early zeros. These mother effers are like, what are we, 2025?
Yes.
And they're still trying. It's like trying to be relevant with a fucking whoopee cushion.
I've had enough. I've had enough Chris Wilding for the year.
Oh my God, I know.
Seriously, every show now, he's at the end of the show with his annoying self. And honestly, he's not funny. He's grating. He's untalented, and he's just a twink that Howard likes.
Yeah.
That is it.
Barbara, what are you talking about? He was wearing a wig when they did the killing. I need to know what you're talking about there.
Who's wearing a wig? Howard?
I need more details on what you're talking about. Talk about the Menendez brothers?
Confused.
Oh, wait,
You know,
here.
I had no idea of how many of these clips that I actually ignored. Like, I'll start talking to somebody in comments, even on Twitch, which I always say is the highest average IQ of all your platforms. But I last night I was talking to him about Mexico or Eotisan, whatever you call, and I must just tune out some of these because they are so bad. Like, I had to listen to that Bukkake one tonight because I'm sitting here with you guys. But I swear I would just tune that out and start going on about something else in comments and tune that whole thing out. I don't know how you guys do it. It's crazy.
Alcohol.
So many times you like listen to something and then you're like, wait, did I miss something? Did something important happen? I mean, and don't forget, this is on 3 hours or whatever it is. And you do zone out. I mean, there's been times where I'll just fall asleep while because it's just so horrible. It really
I've actually rebuilt carburetors while the show was on.
Oh, look at that. The bald brother with the shaved head was wearing a wig as a teenager. Who was that? Lyle Melendez? Menendez brothers wig. I need to know now. Okay, sorry. Did Lyle Melendez really wear a hairpiece? Curious. Why it came up in a pivotal scene in Netflix new Monster series. So is that a hairpiece? Was he actually going bald? Is that what it is?
Why would he have a hairpiece in court?
You're allowed hairpieces in jail?
I don't know enough.
No, absolutely not. Because I mean, that was producer that did the wall of sound, that guy that killed his wife, and
Spectre.
Spectre. I mean, he wasn't allowed to wear the wig during the.
No, he wasn't.
Curious. Here, this is saying truth behind whether Lyle Melendez lost his hair as shown in Netflix. I never watched Monsters. Yeah, apparently they're saying that he is a wig-wearing kid. But yeah, I guess if you lose your hair at like 17 or 18 or 19, you have like that early, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Don't care. Really care.
Don't care. We're moving on.
Don't
All right.
care.
3 more clips. Pauly Shore. So last week when you guys were on, apparently he extolled the virtues of Pauly Shore movies, which I personally have. I don't believe I've ever seen one. I don't
Come
like.
on, you've had to see one.
No.
Wow.
No. Name one.
Encino Man.
No.
Jury Duty.
No.
Come on, help me here. Because they're all terrible.
Nope. Nope. Here's Avery from Benjamin. You need to pull the clip from Police Academy when Gutenberg says wig alert.
Biodome. Yeah, Biodome. Yeah. Son-in-law? No?
No. Pauly Shore. Pauly Shore.
I always, I forgot about this. I happened to mention that I like Pauly Shore's movies, and Pauly immediately.
How'd you forget about it?
And
Oh.
responded on social media. He was very excited that we endorsed the Pauly Shore movies, and you would even ask the question what happened, and Pauly does answer it in his Instagram.
Okay. Let me give you a little bit of that. Here we go.
Please.
Here we go.
This message is for Howard Stern. What's up, man? This is Pauly Shore. What's going on? My buddy Derek Jones. What's up, Derek?
Nice rug, bro.
He's one of the producers. Sent me a clip where you were talking about missing my movies. I know what you're talking about. I miss doing movies as well. And then Robin said, I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I don't fucking know. I got to be honest. I don't know what happened. I think I'm being punked or something. But yes, I miss doing movies for you guys. You mentioned all the films. You missed Son-in-Law, Jury Duty, which was a lot of people's favorites, and a lot of people didn't do well. And yes, Biodome was the one that was the nail in the career coffin. But then here we are several years later, and people actually enjoyed it. But
30 years later,
like me,
no one has seen it.
And the Hollywood executives, what they did was they listened to the critics, and then the box office went down. Like one of your colleagues.
How dare they listen to the critics?
Nobody went to see your movie.
How dare people have taste and not go see your movie? How dare they?
And yes, Derek was right. The Richard Simmons movie is there's a script, there's a producer, and there's a cable channel that it looks like they're going to green light soon. But I'm waiting. I don't know. But again, thanks for the shout out. I appreciate it. I miss acting. If there's any directors out there,
dude, he's wearing the Marv Albert fucking special.
I'd love to do some acting for you.
I like his six head. I mean, that six head is just phenomenal.
Dude, that's such a rug, bro. It's like the ones Marv Albert used to wear.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's an amazing feat. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's a hard get, man. I'm glad that Stern family could make that happen.
I miss acting. I miss
being in movies.
Dude,
yeah, no shit, dude.
Next week he's gonna have Yahoo Serious on.
Oh, make me over. I'm all I wanna be.
We're gonna get copyright strike for that.
This is what we're missing. Oh my God, the world can't go on. What the fuck?
Holy shit.
Jesus,
dude, I just had a bad flashback. That just really creeped me out. I remember being in downtown Toronto one time. This was years ago. I mean, probably 25 years ago. We were staying at a hotel and everything. And I couldn't find any place to go at 12 o'clock at night. I just started walking. And, I hear a band playing down the street at this bar, and it's the only one open. It was really weird. So I walk down there, and there's a loud band going on. I go inside, and I order a drink and a shot, and I'm just pouring sweat. It's really hot out, middle of summer, and band's pretty good. And this guy next to me, I drank it quick. The guy next to me says, I ordered another beer and a shot, and the guy says, "Let me get that for you." I'm thinking, geez, this is the friendliest place on earth. The guy, I've only been here 10 minutes. I just shooting the shit with this guy next to me. And, I start drinking it. He turns to me and says, "You're a sexy, sexy bear." He says, "Why don't we just get out of here? There's no need to stay here.
I was going to say, you're at a glory hole, aren't you?
I looked, and it was a drag show. It wasn't even like a regular band. It was a drag show going on. And they looked just like that band you had singing on there. So I must have been a little too drunk to notice. And I'm just like, oh God, really? I'm in the
How'd you
wrong
get out of there?
place. I just left. I mean, what are you gonna do, right?
Let's get out of here.
But it just creeped me out when I saw those guys, and that's what the lead singer looked like. But yeah, she could sing. Like, that's the weirdest part. Whatever they were doing, they were pretty good at singing. I didn't notice, right? I just wanted that beer really bad. I walked like a mile and it was 100 degrees.
Can you fucking imagine?
So let me get this straight. You walk into a bar and you have fucking Lou Albano in a fucking dress and you didn't suspect something.
I didn't even look, man. I was just listening to the music.
You know what? You're a little drunk.
Oh no, I was totally hammered. Like, I've been drinking all day at the ball game.
Did
Went
your
out for
butthole
dinner,
whistle
still
the next
drinking.
day, man?
Oh yeah, you could drive a Mack truck through there the next day. Never mind.
Dangles is calling bullshit. G Canada left with the guy.
Nice, yeah. Everybody knows.
Hey.
And I'm all thinking, this is the nicest bar I've ever been to. Nobody ever offers to buy me a drink, at home, right?
Did you accept the offer? Did you accept the drink?
I was already drinking it. Like, I'm like,
Well,
sure.
text me in the morning and then just walk away.
Nice.
All right, we have 2 clips. Let's get to them. We've been on 2 hours. Here we go.
I don't know if you saw this, but on Instagram and other places, we posted a Mother's Day message from me imitating my mother.
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Really?
Beautiful, very beautiful tribute to my mother.
Wow.
Anyway, we got a lot of fan mail from that. Actor and comedian Molly Shannon commented, "You make me laugh so hard. Isn't that nice?" But Molly Shannon.
Let me just show it to you. I don't even care about his.
Okay, so hold on one second. He's getting a victory lap for something that was on Stupid Graham that almost no one saw.
Let me see how many views it has. Oh, it has 13,212 likes. It's from 2 days ago. I guess it was from Sunday, actually.
It's like if Mr. Beast had that kind of fucking views, he'd kill himself.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Off a building.
Molly Shannon is on here, and that's where you make me laugh so hard. Yes.
That's the victory lap right there.
Sure. This is where he's getting the letters from. Let's listen to it.
My cousin. How's my Beth? Where's Beth? Is Beth mad at me? Beth. Beth.
My son.
My son. I did the best
Look at that wig.
Look at his eyes. He's dead, man.
What is that impression of me? That doesn't sound like.
I love you, Mom.
I love you too, Howard. You're a terrific boy.
Howard.
He had nothing to do with this, just so you know.
Look at that wig. Look at that. Wait, stop right there. Look at that wig. Seriously. I mean, who are you trying to fool with that?
You know what it looks like? It looks like someone who builds Legos without using the instructions.
Yeah. My fucking David Glantz always kissing ass. Always.
Oh,
as
fuck
usual.
you, David.
We rarely get to see his eyes like that, man. Like someone's pointing out, like soulless fucking eyes, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just
look at that. The wig is flat that day. Oh my god, that is a hair helmet.
Dude,
that one.
There's no consistency from one fucking picture to the other.
Oh, he put it on wrong that day.
Yeah. It's
can't-
like a Simpsons episode. There's no fucking consistency.
That one's on crooked. The wig's on crooked that day.
Ray Stern's an absolute iconic mom. Change my mind. Yeah, okay, sure. All right, I want to end the show because I have such a great fucking clip to play. I can't even wait. So let's do end of show really quickly.
Joey, you're on the air in Virginia.
Howard, first time caller, long time listener. Thank you for all the entertainment, man. I love you to death. I always told myself if I ever got through to you, I just had to compliment Robin's fine breasts. And you're a genius. Thank you for everything you've done for us.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. I am a genius. Not Fred. I am. Don't say Fred.
You too, of course.
All right, thank you. No. Thank you for saying that. We all appreciate it.
Thank you.
Everyone here is a genius.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Brilliant.
All right. Thanks, Joey.
Thank
That's
you.
Joey
Thank you, my
from
mistress.
Virginia, ending the show on a highlight.
9 o'clock,
And,
10 o'clock, by the way.
Very exciting.
2 hours.
Just tell you about becoming Led Zeppelin.
Okay, go.
2 hours Oh, fuck, this is almost embarrassing. 2 hours and 49 minutes.
Yeah.
2 hours, 49 minutes. That's where we are. And then he goes into promoting Becoming Led Zeppelin, the film equivalent of a Pauly Shore movie, because, well, it's about as bad.
Okay, it's not. I just want you to know that.
No. It made a whole $10 million in the theaters, which is a bomb.
I watched it on the airplane, and
It's a bomb, though.
Okay,
it's a good movie.
I
but it's a bomb.
enjoyed it, though. I will tell you that I enjoyed it, and I don't.
I enjoyed Biodome, but it doesn't mean it's great.
I don't think
You
that they
did?
can
What's wrong
market
with you?
for a
need
Led
to laugh.
Zeppelin documentary. I mean,
Were you on Molly?
So how'd you know?
I don't even want to talk about this anymore.
But that movie basically made no one any money. It is an absolute disaster of a movie. It made $10 million
Why
total
is that a
dollars.
disaster? Maybe nobody wants to go see like a rockumentary anymore. Nobody wants to go see anything anymore, really.
What do you mean? There are movies that they're making hundreds of millions of dollars, but this
But
is
it's
not a
one
good movie.
out of 1,000. I mean, it's not even like it's something, it's a novelty now to make money at a movie anymore.
No, if you don't have a giant budget like Marvel does, you can make money.
Are movies even a thing anymore? I mean, most of them go straight to, Netflix or whatever. Like, hardly they even go in the movie theater anymore.
No, I agree. I watched Nosferatu too, and I really enjoyed it. It was really fucking scary and creepy and great.
Yes, that was actually a good movie. It actually made money.
That
The
girl
Led
needs a sandwich.
Yeah, she really does. She's so skinny. That fucking Depp child, Lily Rose, whatever the fuck.
Her dad died of cocaine and cigarettes.
Her girlfriend is so ugly. All right, I
Oh,
need.
wow. Wait, hold on. John Doe saw Clockwork Orange.
Wow,
on
that must have been
Mushroom.
something.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Wow.
A little bit. No time for the in and out.
All right, I have a clip that is just and thank you, Radio Gaga.
Thank you.
Putting this on right, because I'm hoping. Did any of you see this yet? What Radio Gaga tagged me into? Probably not.
No.
I couldn't be more thrilled. And I'm not necessarily sure how this wound up being a something, but it includes our favorite people. And I cannot wait to share this with you. I don't know who don't put anything up there so that I can actually.
Yeah, go ahead. Go.
Okay, thank you. Let me just make it as big as I can so that we can appreciate it.
Hey-o.
All right, ready? You ready?
Comes out. I don't need this.
Do a trick.
She makes it really hard to keep a job.
Stop staring at my kid. They're normal.
Madam, I am blind.
Yeah, well, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking they sound like a fucking creature.
My God, they are headless. I don't even know which restroom they're supposed to go in, so I have to make them go in the back.
Go out there until everything comes out. I don't need this.
Oh my God.
What the hell is that?
Wow.
Oh man,
That's some fucking funny weird shit.
see, I wouldn't even know those weird conjoined twins if it wasn't for you guys. I'll tell you right now.
Shit. Okay, full video on YouTube. My conjoined kids hate me. Oh my God, I need this right this moment. Oh God, this makes me so fucking happy. And you know this to be true. Oh my God. All right, here we go.
I would not have had my two daughters surgically attached if I knew they were both going to be ungrateful pieces of trash.
Now I got to work twice as hard just to maintain being the good mother I have been in order for this thing to survive. Go pee.
Being so near your sister really isn't that bad. At least I have a witness to everything she does to us.
Mom, we can still feed ourselves.
No, shut the up, darling. This is what good moms do.
I thought I scored big having a 2-for-1 disabled, but even at the movies, they're still charging me for
2 separate seats.
Are you kidding me? They only have one ass.
She's my.
No.
Damn it! I didn't think this through!
Ma'am, you still need to buy them 2 tickets.
The hell are you talking about? My kid is one kid.
Well, I recognize her face, so that means the other one's under there somewhere.
You're being ableist.
Whoa, oh my God. What the hell did your shoulder just say?
Do a trick.
She makes it really hard to keep a job. So that's gonna be
Oh my God. Is this really happening?
Everyone else.
We could have been like everyone else, but you made us like this.
Not in front of the white bitch.
Be honest. Why did you?
I had no choice.
You are Munchausen by proxying us.
I'll tell you what, the one on the right can munch this housing by proxy.
Why did you do it?
I knew a guy who could do it for cheap.
What?
Could do it for cheap? I feel like you're not fucking getting it.
It doesn't explain why you did it.
I did it because it was a good deal. I don't like it.
You don't like it.
Oh, and it has fucking pronouns.
This is bullshit.
Okay, oh, you know what, bitches? There is a perfectly good set of legs in some landfill.
I think we've lost Mo, guys.
Be at this table.
With this food, I thought this was the landfill.
I'm gonna smash your fucking skulls together.
How much was it, Mom?
I'm starting to feel like a Saturday Night Live skit.
How much was it to sew us together?
Hell of a lot cheaper than 2 beds, I'll tell you that.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, wow is a word.
You know, they kind of remind me of like when you order French fries and like once in a while you get them stuck together, you just want to pull them apart. You know.
Yeah, but then you say to yourself, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna eat it." That's what you do.
But do you look at them? Do you want to just kind of like separate them?
I am shocked that they agreed to this. Shocked.
Like and subscribe, thanks.
Well, you know what, Mo? Their OnlyFans must have had a really slow night that day.
Really slow night. I don't even understand.
I'm so sorry, baby. I meant to strike the other one.
You're a bad mom.
They like to switch them sometimes, but I notice.
We never switch them.
You lie.
God, I am amazed.
This is really. It's a train wreck.
It's a fucking
It's a train wreck.
monstrous train wreck.
And we're just slowing down the car just so we can see what a fucking disaster that this is.
Holy mother of God. I'm just
Two-faced whores. Stop staring at my kids. They're normal. Not. This is my cash cow, you old bitch. You want to film something? Film this. Step right up and watch my daughter bring this mysterious dummy to life.
Help, our mother is abusing us.
Wow, the magic of ventriloquism. Which one of you brats didn't flush the toilet bowl after taking a shit?
Wow.
Oh, wow.
This is like wild and wacky stuff.
This must have been like one of those P.T. Barnums back in the day. It's similar
Holy mother
entertainment value.
of God. I just, I don't even think I can process this right now. I think I need to step back a little bit, watch it on my
Thank you,
own.
Lady Gaga, for that treasure.
Oh,
I can't wait for next week when she discovers the Dog-Faced Boys YouTube channel.
No, but the
We
fact
can,
that those two bizarre twins went for that, like actually, are completely and utterly self-aware. Didn't one of them have like sex or something? Wasn't there like a story?
That's always seems to be the case where you have conjoints. One of them's a whore and one of them's like a fucking celibate. That seems to be the fucking reoccurring theme.
It's a tough balance.
That is a tough. Is there really even a choice there? Is there really even a choice?
It sort of is.
Is there?
I don't even know what to say.
It depends who controls the JJ.
You know what they look like? You remember the end of Terminator 2 when the T-1000 gets hit with that fucking explosive round, and he kind of just
he splits.
He splits. The top part splits, but he still has 2 legs, and he's like teeter-tottering before falling into that molten lava. That's what kind of they look like.
That's kind of what they look like.
And those are the real twins, right? Like that. That's not.
That's one of a different set of twins.
No, dude. Only one of them agreed to do the video. The other one was an actor.
Oh my God.
There's actually 2 sets of conjoined twins.
Well, there's the one set of conjoined twins that just recently passed away, where, if you recall correctly, one of them decided that she wanted a they instead of, she was identifying as bisexual. And so she didn't want to be called by her name anymore. So that was one set. And we have the other set, that one got married and the other one is obviously celibate. And that's the blonde girls with the ponytails.
Yes.
And then we have Loopy and Drusilla, whatever the fuck their names are. Basically 2 legs and 2 arms, and that's pretty much
And you wonder why I don't, spend time on the internet, man. This is why, right? Like, come on.
This is what the internet is made for.
They're all they are is just a zygote that was undergoing meiosis and then just kind of stopped.
All right, Dr. Spock. We are all thankful.
He's gonna have a Vulcan mind meld with him.
Yes.
We're all thankful for your amazing analysis of this. All right, so we've been on for 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's absolutely time to go. And
It is.
And yes, Dennis is doing a live on Thursday. He'll give us more details on that tomorrow. But
Absolutely.
so low. That's right. One is Chinese, one is Latina. Both are trans, and one dies. Yes. Thank you. The show was longer than the fucking Stern show. Yes, it's seasonal. And I know you have you're friends with him. 10-10, maybe even 11-10, the best co-host so far. Look at that.
Thanks, buddy. And I did want to say hi to all the people in the chat. I mean, like, there really are a good group of people. They make me laugh constantly. I get lost in the chat sometimes. I'm not even listening to you guys. And we're just yapping away with people. Like, it's great.
Believe me, and sometimes it flows by so quickly and you don't even have a chance to catch it or anything, and you miss so much of it. And I appreciate that you guys.
Oh my God! Did you see what Benjamin said there?
Benjamin, oh my God, this is the most I've laughed since Monique murdered Jared.
I think we speak for all of us.
I love you too, Benjamin. I love you.
Concerted effort to come out of a record that isn't a fucking up-tempo record every time I do a goddamn death dedication.
Right. That's right. Well, we are very, very thankful that even though Xavier and G Canada have their differences, we are thankful that they were able to see past that and have a little kumbaya moment where they got
scissoring. She has some scissoring.
Is that what's going on?
I don't know.
John Doe, I am happy to
have you ever tried to take a metric bolt out with a standard fucking wrench, motherfucker? Come on.
John
Actually, you can.
If you write to me at radio
you can use a half inch for 13 millimeter.
I would gladly put you into rotation. And as I do say to the boys all the time, seriously, all the time, and Al can vouch for this. If you want to come on the show, all you have to do is ask me. If I can't put you in that day, that's fine. I can put you in another day, but I can absolutely put you into rotation. Clearly, if you're as good as G Canada was with us tonight, which was wonderful. Jeremy is always great. Judy Tenuta is great. Al always comes with like the facts. So yeah,
Jared's awesome.
Wait, who?
Jared's awesome.
Jared's awesome. So,
He knocks him dead.
By all means.
I got shot at last night in my trailer.
What are the odds of that guy dying? Really? Come on.
Exactly.
Who knew? Who could have ever thought that would happen?
I was squatting on private land, but I don't know where the bullets came from.
I'll put Jared.
What's next? The lead singer from Stone Temple Pilots going to overdose?
I was just curious as whether or not we would get our money back from GoFundMe since he died. I mean, they didn't really.
Yeah, actually, we should ask for that, shouldn't we?
We should kill them, dude.
Kinda, I think so.
I don't know. Shouldn't his mother get it to help bury him or something, though? Right?
I don't know.
Costs?
Didn't they put him into like
We
Potter's?
don't know anything about anything.
We don't know anything. We know
nothing.
I'm assuming there was GoFundMe and a speedball involved somewhere.
Yeah, we really fucking suck at life. We're just horrible psychopaths.
Yeah,
nice.
Well,
And
you're the 77. I'm sorry.
And I'm good with
You're
that.
having to listen to that all day. I'm starting to understand why. Jeez.
All right, friends. Thank you.
Well, before we go, remember Melendez parents shotgun. Google
Melendez parents. I will do so. All right, friends, we shall see you anon. Again, Sarah Silverman, who the fuck knows, who cares, whatever it is, it is. Thank you, G Canada. Thank you, Xavier, for getting along with G Canada. Dennis, as usual.
Hi.
And we'll see. Thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram or Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so that you know when we're going to have a new show. Thanks.